So,
Okay.
last we left off, the group started their travel from Morsalin to Witell, coming across a strange ritual with devils that were all too familiar to Drac. Then, feeling
Fuck
a
those
coldness and fighting two Knights of Berilor that were seemingly hunting Helene. During the fight, you met Akari Fletcher, one of the Pact Breakers, who had been hunting these frozen foes for a long time. We come back in the morning. You're only about 5 hours travel from Witell. You've had your long rest. Any exhaustion you had or damage you definitely took is gone. And yeah, what are you doing?
I think you missed out a very vital thing there.
T-Rex?
T-Rex.
Yeah. I don't think that was vital, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry.
I mean, hard disagree, Ash. But okay.
You might disagree.
Yeah, what is more signifying of character development than T-Rex?
Sure.
What was the most memorable thing in Jurassic Park? T-Rex.
Well, I thought it was the
It's
clever
a
girl
giant
thing.
pile of shit.
Yeah.
Jeff
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Objects
right,
appear
so
closer than they are.
what's this? I'm trying to read your notes there.
Swoo's notes.
Yeah, I like.
Is that your notes for the entire
last
session?
part.
It's fine. What are you guys doing?
So how far are we away from Witell again?
I would
Is it
say about 5-6 hours, and it's currently like
early.
8 in the morning.
Okay. So how close are we to the water?
You're probably, a short, I mean, maybe not short, like a 45-minute go, sort of down across.
Okay. Well, if anyone wants it, just for peace of mind, if you gather around, I can do water breathing, so we can go. We could go swimming under the water for as long as you want. If anyone is interested, whilst we eat breakfast,
How many people is that? Because if you need...
It's everyone, I think.
I don't think it's you and
It's
6
like 8
others,
people.
I mean.
Oh, 10 willing creatures.
10, there's 6 of you, and technically too many people. but
I
it's
don't
fine.
need it, because I don't have
You
to
don't
It doesn't
breathe,
need
of
to
course.
breathe, yeah.
So
Well, I mean, it's a ritual. I could just keep doing it. It's fine.
That's
I mean,
true.
it doesn't.
I mean, you
not
can, if
not
Maeve doesn't
concentration.
need it, you can technically get
Everyone else.
I think
Everyone
you
gather
can.
round in 30 feet. It's a little bit strange. Very cozy, I know. Oh, what's that? Is that a
No,
kebab in your
I'm
pocket?
not.
Did you just
I'm,
pleased to see
I'm
me?
good. I'm not. I
just
don't
decide-
want to destroy you.
You don't want to be able to breathe underwater?
No, I'm not.
likes the
trying to
feeling of
avoid
drowning.
water.
what about if you want to hunt small game?
Want small fish? Yeah. There's plenty of fish in the sea, son.
No, I'm good.
Literally.
You could act like a crocodile and hide in the water.
It's not essential. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just wondered if anyone does. It's completely fine. Whilst we eat breakfast, it's just a quick ritual.
Yeah, I would like that because
Ritual.
why not?
Yeah, I mean we're near the ocean.
You
I've
go
not been-
go swim all you want.
Are you not going to be joining us swimming?
No.
Oh, what if Helene comes swimming?
She
Helene,
can go
for God's sake.
swimming if she wants to.
Is
Side
everything
note.
okay- everything okay,
Can you
Simon?
swim?
Do you... I wasn't going to be that blunt about it. Do you not enjoy swimming?
I just don't want to swim. Is that a problem?
No, is everything okay? You seem, since the fight, you seem a little bit low.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Insight
Sure.
check.
Yeah.
I'm not
Go
going
for
to
it.
insight you, son, but we're all friends here.
That's an 11.
Guidance.
It's too late.
Too late.
Way too late.
Oh, god damn it. Guidance.
I mean, my passive is
too late.
12, but
I don't know who else is rolling.
I get. I know. I think that obviously he stormed off after the fight, and has been should we say surly?
Mm.
Okay.
He's
If you're sure.
yeah. If Cass has a 21 on the insight, he would see that he's very clearly in his eyes. He's very disheartened, and he's got a lot on his mind at the minute, and he's just trying to find himself at the moment. He's not feeling the the smoke right now. If not,
Well,
it's a bit.
I was gonna say, has he got smoke coming out? As if he's thinking that hard.
I don't know why he would inhale smoke willingly, but if that's his choice, I mean, I can't really
Okay,
stop him.
okay,
so.
cleric of light and fire.
Yeah.
Well, so if you're up for it later, I you mentioned around the meditation. I was hoping you could give me some pointers later on, perhaps when we reach Witell, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I need to do some meditating myself.
Mhm.
So.
Well, I'm a beginner. Go easy on me. It's my first time sitting down quietly for any period of time.
Okay, favorite thing is book.
Yeah, but I imagine
Read out loud.
I think he doesn't read out loud. I think he's like, do you know how I do it if I'm reading or I'm sitting in a meeting? I like spin a pen
Shuffle a little bit, yeah.
or like fidget toy. I can't imagine Archon's that far away from me. We're constantly doing that. Okay, well, yes, and I could have some other things as well. Perhaps, it would be good to get some breathing exercises. I hear circular breathing is meant to be good, and I remember reading a very unusual article that said you didn't need external substances to what's the word that they use to people consume plants and some funguses to achieve a higher state of consciousness. Apparently you don't need that. Apparently all you need is an anus to open your third eye. Did you know anything about that?
What?
Everyone's just staring at you. What the fuck?
No? Okay.
Yeah,
it's one of those
what
books I was
the fuck
reading in the
are you
library.
talking
He read it in that book when he was
Yeah.
in the pyramids.
Oh god, the
What were you
Goonies.
reading when we left?
Well, you were gone for so long, and I apparently had, what was it, hollow fever?
I mean, everyone
Well,
did. Most people did.
you began to read before we went, so I don't know what.
Well, I read quite quickly, so I moved on. This book was very strange. Looked like it had been self-printed. Someone just popped it in the library and hoped for some legitimacy by association. Okay, well,
It's like those weird clerics of Solista who do the perennium sunning.
yeah.
Like what's her name? Fucking hell.
What?
What's her
Oh, where
name?
they lie. People
Yeah.
do this. They lie on the backs of their arseholes facing the sun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
some of the clerics do of Solista.
Imagine getting sunburned on your arsehole.
Listen, I don't want to imagine that. So let's keep going. While Archon's having a panic attack. I assume.
Yeah, so after everyone bar Maeve and Sidon, because apparently doesn't want to, can water breathe now.
Okay, cool. So then I assume you will have your.
Does that mean we can talk on the water or just breathe?
I think
No,
it just acts
Talking
like
gurgles.
air.
Yeah, well,
Or
you
fake
can
air.
you can breathe underwater until the spell ends. So,
I'll
it's
I'll allow it, but if you do so, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So
there is
Wait, hold on, I'm going to
You
get
push your
water
finger
into
up
that
and down
bubble
while you're
thing.
talking.
there is another spell
Yeah.
that I'm aware of. I don't have it in my spell book. I remember reading it and thinking, why the shit would anyone take this? Which encases your head in a bubble.
yeah, is it just called
which
air bubble?
Air bubble or bubble head or something like that. It's not good for
Well, I think
anything.
I
I
think
think it's for being in outer
I think for
space.
space. Yeah.
Yes, it's
bubble head,
okay for space. But it looks like a guy. Presumably, we're not going to space today,
isn't it? You don't know.
right? God.
Space?
Why?
I hope
Wait.
not.
But yeah, so you will get on the camels that somehow lived through that ice storm and the cone of cold, and
Alpaca.
no, they are camels. And
They've
you,
got like an
they're,
engine.
Alpacas would
they're
not
wearing
live in
heavy
desert.
fur armor. They're immune to cold damage and
And
everything.
presumably heat.
Yeah. But yeah, so you continue the travel. I'm gonna have someone roll random encounter, but if I don't like it, I'm just gonna ignore it. So we'll say who hasn't rolled one? Matt, roll me a d20. But yeah, if it's anything interesting that's like combat wise, I'm gonna be like, nah.
Lucky
Well,
number 7.
As you're traveling. The sky's a little bit overcast. That's it. That's what it says.
Hey,
So
hey, you could choose to do it or not.
no, I don't want anything difficult. But yeah.
Do we
so,
see? Because this is the main trade route, isn't it?
this is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we see any traders on the road?
You go past a few people either. You go past a few people coming from Witell. Just like either on a camel or just in
Good
a
day to you,
small
sir.
caravan, things like that. Hello there.
If it isn't like if we find ourselves kind of like near one while one of the camels stops for like a cigarette break or something, smoking camel. Yeah. Gonna find one and like wave them down.
It's like this sort of tanned skinned dwarven man with very like thick beard, who's currently like drinking like some water because it's hot and it's like repositioning.
Even though it's overcast.
It's still warm.
Okay. Oh, it's humid. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's humid and you're near the ocean. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, I get it.
Go swamp.
And yeah, he's like repositioning his big sun hat, and he's currently still chilling.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a trader? A goods trader?
Yeah, I am.
Do you trade in what is it you trade in?
Usually like spice and things like that. Stuff for food.
Oh, for food. Well, do you have chocolate?
I want to make a cocoa check.
Can I give
Do
you
you have
guidance?
paprika
18?
powder?
Oh, 18.
It says, I got some milk chocolate, some dark chocolate, some cocoa, and I got a little bit of white chocolate. Not much.
Could okay. Well, this is great. Could I buy a selection of all your 3 chocolates? So your white, your milk, and your dark.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
How much do you want?
How much does chocolate cost? Are we talking like current chocolate prices or like 16th century chocolate prices?
Probably more like 16th century. So we'll
Oh, fuck me.
say,
So like 5 golds worth.
Yeah, we'll say like a bar, which we'll say that's like a Cadbury's big like a square bar, is like 5 silver.
Okay. What I want
Right, I
is like
But we're rich.
Yeah, well, I'm not that
Some
rich.
of
I
you
spent a
are.
lot of money recently. I'm gonna say like 2 golds worth, but I also want some like cardboard and like ribbon if he has it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for like 3 to 5 gold.
I'll say between. I mean, you guys probably have some.
I've got shitloads. I just yeah.
Like I mean,
if
ribbon
it's,
and
if it's
stuff.
3 gold, it would take my money to 165 rather
Cool,
than
that
168. Yeah, cool. Thank you. So yeah, I was going to give him the
By
money.
the way,
and...
just picture, the guy at the beginning of Aladdin.
Oh, wow.
The dwarf.
He was pretty short.
Yeah, I was pretty sure. He's just got massive beard.
Yeah.
He's wearing a massive purple top hat.
Okay. So after I've purchased some,
And he gets on the camel, starts going. They call me Cadbury. Keeps going.
Name is
Nice.
Cadbury.
nice,
Yep.
nice. So after he's done that, I'm
Monster
gonna
Cadbury.
Does he have a brother called Ness?
Yes.
yeah, Nurse is his sister, Nestle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the chocolate in the caravan just for a few minutes near the
Nestle's.
perpetual cold jam jar that I've got. I'm gonna take like the fabric
He's got a
and
hair and gone friend.
card that I've got, and this is an insane use of a 4th level spell, but I'm going to fabricate a nice box out of those things, and then I'm going to like make a presentation box for Nyx,
Okay, I thought so.
and I'll be like, Maeve, is this good? Like, Maeve, is this a good welcome to your new friend's present?
Yes, that's very thoughtful.
Okay, you don't seem convinced, but okay, let's just hope. I think maybe a bit too much. I don't know. I've kind of committed to the bit now.
No, I think it's nice. I'm just nervous, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, would you like to give her the box?
No, I have a gift.
Oh.
A presence.
Oh.
Is it those I have been in the Feywild t-shirts that we bought? I actually have 2 of them.
Am I that
There are
predictable?
chocolates spare. This is Archon arranges them going from dark on the outside to milk to white in the middle. So like in a pleasing kind of fade kind of thing. But he has kept
An
some.
ombre.
And he, as he's sitting there, he passes them around to Maeve, Mal, and Leia because no one else is in the caravan. Oh, and Cass as well. Cass is driving the caravan.
No, Cass is driving my one, isn't it?
I think
Oh, so
Let's
it's-
meet the other Cass.
Cassian, sorry.
Cassian, yeah.
Okay,
but
Cassian, do you like chocolates?
yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
And
would this
some
be his
people
first
don't.
chocolate? Would this be his first chocolate since being human?
Probably not. Probably would have had some.
Did he ate
higher up.
chocolate cake and
I don't think he had chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, what you guys probably would have done is after he became normal again, you guys probably would have gone to the bakery that was in
I
the
just picked
Feywild
out.
and just gone crazy.
Just
Yeah.
imagine that he like started his real life as this like svelte half elf, and now he's just this butterball. Just like
Hey, no. Then he did the fucking 5-mile run in the desert, so he burned it all off.
I like to imagine that he went to like in the bakery and like came out with like those like belly buttons, like beer bellies,
No, he
Mama,
came.
may I
like a
have
dude
cookies?
style.
He walked in like an
No,
oral that came
diabetes.
out like Danny DeVito.
Roll back to kitchen.
Oh,
God.
So,
Oh
yeah,
my God.
these ones don't
Probably
have any
right.
nuts or caramel or toffee.
Okay.
I want, not toffee. Yeah, no, caramel is what I was thinking. I'm afraid. They may have dwarf beard hair in them. I don't know.
No, he's very sanitary.
Okay, good. Phew! Bullet dodged. So yes, I just imagine there's one caravan with like, sorry Pete, but Sidon being like a misery guts, and then the caravan behind me were like, chocolate, perpetual.
Get in my belly.
It's like-
the thing is, Sidon sits at the edge of the caravan with his feet dangling out the side of it. Anyway, so he's just like staring off into space.
Every
like a
time,
bloody git.
every time
Between
Cass
him
is
and
sort of
I.
like looking over.
But yeah, so you continue on. Is there anything you guys are doing before getting to Witell? Anything else?
Oh,
No,
are
just
we
there's
first going to Maeve's house or mine?
I mean, that's up to you. I mean, the way
No,
you're
I'm asking the party. That's what
Oh.
I will
Um,
say, I mean, Cass and Maeve would know the way you're coming in. Maeve's house would be on the side that you're coming in, and Cass's would be near the other side. But that's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so Maeve's first, I guess. It's just
Yeah,
easier.
you okay?
I have no
You
particular
okay with that, Dave? Okay. And did you finish those orange slices I gave you earlier?
Still have some here.
Wasn't that yesterday?
He's got the bag of coaling. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay. we could mix the chocolate and the orange for an orange chocolate.
We need Terry.
I was about to say, Terry!
That was that was
mild campaign.
no, I was gonna say that was the fucking dwarf's real name.
Yeah, Terry Cadbury. Yeah,
No, Cadbury Terry.
yeah Cadbury Terry. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
We're just trying to get a chocolate sponsorship, guys.
desperate. Right, yeah. The
Oh, is that
Yeah,
some
okay.
chocolate company?
Terry's chocolate orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't
was
know who
like,
owns that off the top of my
Okay,
head.
sure.
Terry.
Is it? Yeah.
Actually, I don't know either.
Let's Google it.
Is it?
I
Is
feel
it?
like
Is it
it's-
Cadbury's? I thought it was Cadbury's.
Cadbury.
Or is it?
It's a French thing.
I'll say I googled it, and the first thing I get on the suggested search is Terry's chocolate orange a British thing? Bottle of water. I know
anyway,
it is produced by Terry's in York. That's
Oh,
odd.
it is Terry.
Now it's owned by
Um,
Carambar in France.
Carambar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, so you where's my notes for you guys going to Witell? Yeah. So you sort of travel on. It's about, we'll call it midday, about 1 in the afternoon, and you sort of go over a sand dune, and in front of you,
Sorry.
in front of you, you see the
Yeah, where
town.
the worms at, Asher? What the fuck is this about?
I mean, if you guys want to fight a fucking desert worm, have fun dying.
I'm good.
Please, no. We
Exactly.
almost died to 2 ice. people,
Exactly.
so-
Hey, Pete, if you go ahead, wandering in the Desert Warrior.
That is not a
Um,
small game.
What I
Yeah.
will say is every single town in this place seems to be behind a large sound dune.
I know. Hey, it's
Below
convenient.
sea level.
It's convenient for the
We need
visual.
different places.
Yeah, in the
Like-
middle of a. Never mind. It's fine. But yeah, you.
Hide the town deep
Someone
behind
was-
sand
Okay,
dune.
okay,
And then
how about
then
this?
it's good
You
defense.
turn around a sand dune that was
Hey,
blocking
I'm
your
sat
view.
inside a caravan. Someone could just point it out to me and be like, "Wow, it's came out of nowhere!"
Well, in front of you is the town of Witell. You see many coloured sandstone buildings, sort of with pastel and bleached by the sun, blues, greens, and pinks, looking like almost like a rainbow by the water's edge. The I have it written down in my notes that the sun, so the sky is no longer overcast, and the sun shines down on the beach of white pearls to the south, reflecting on onto the waves, making this like picturesque, almost like a card you would send to someone view. You can see people are fishing on the pier, and for most of you, this is a new view, but obviously for Maeve and Cass, your homes are only a few miles away. And I will change the map to...
You say
this
a
the
beach
beach
of white
episode?
pearls. Is that actually white pearls that make the sand?
a lot of that beach is white pearls, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
White pearl cabana.
Yeah.
At the
So I will also let you guys know, the population of Witell is about
That's
2,000, so
nice.
it's relatively small. And you can probably walk from one end to the other in about an hour and a half.
You know, if we gathered them all in one place, that's only like 2 or 3 fireballs. We could take them all out.
Not with all the light fires.
Genocide on a Wednesday. What the fuck?
It's actually the 19th. I don't know what day the 19th of Emberfall is, but it is that day. But yeah, what are you guys doing? You can obviously see. Is there anything that takes your fancy first?
Just a little bit of geographical clarification. You said the people fishing on the pier. Is basically everything here beach, or is that like a sudden drop off, and then there's like a beach area here?
It's like mainly so that the entire sort of way there is beach, but there is like sort of a near where that pier is. There's like a sort of a stone area that leads onto the pier. But yeah, most of this town is either like packed sand or some cobbles, things like that. Simple enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are we coming in from? Sorry. Oh, where Porridge is. Okay.
Where Porridge is now.
I've never been here before. So I'm assuming they've kind of taken us through the most like salient points. This is the main shopping area. Everywhere else we assume to be like suburbs or home.
So yeah, like the main market square is like one of the. I'll just give a brief description of all the places that Cass and Maeve would know. So the market square is the main market square. It's like what's the best way to describe it? It's still just like sort of pop-up stalls, or like there's like 2 or 3 main buildings that have things that just the year round, like a general store, things like that. Simple enough. You would find people doing like street performances, or you could find vendors with foods or various goods. The Fisher's Way is where the pier is. It's where most of the boats are. It's got very good fish and chips, because of course it does. And it's where if you want to hire a boat, it would likely be there. Things like that. The White Pearl Cabana is the sort of main place to stay in Witell if you don't have a house. Right on the shoreline, it's where a majority of the pearl, like not fishing, like pearl collecting goes on. And it's owned by like a father and son. The Glistening Overlook is where I'm just trying to where is it so I don't get it wrong. Is where it is like a large, almost lighthouse tower that sits atop a small cliff. It almost looks like it's made from bits of like carved wood and sandstone, and it is home to Berek, spelt Berech, who is like the benevolent leader of Witell. And no one knows, like, I don't say what race, because it's clear they're not, like, a normal person. They are some form of no one knows really. But outside the Overlook, there would be like offerings, things like that for like good fortune. The Golden Rise Temple is the main temple is like pretty much the only big temple in Witell. It's the temple to Solista. It's where Cass would have done like the first bits of her clerical training, and it's where things might happen. And then the other two are just the houses.
Okay. In terms of speaking to Cass about this, then, when was the last time Cass was here?
About 3 months or so before we met.
Okay. And were you expecting to have left, or are we gonna like turn up to like have you seen this cleric style posters?
Oh no, I had the full blessing of my mom and dad to leave,
Okay.
but I did have to promise not wearing a hat while I was away.
Of
You
course.
should
Wear a
wear
hat
every
just-
week.
You should wear a hat just to like mess with them.
What about Cadbury?
no.
Gary, he was wearing a hat.
They will
It's
literally
very distinctive
kill
hat.
me if I wear a hat. I will die. I will be incinerated.
Wow.
Solstice's divine light hates hats.
Well, I swore on Solista's name that I wouldn't wear a hat.
So
It-
what
it's
if
if
you
I break that
wear
promise-
like a
I
headband or something?
and from absorbing the sun's radiance, I can immediately see why Solista would be so anti-hat or even cap.
Oh, it's not
Yeah,
What
it
about
has-
hand over the eyes? What about that?
The only
is that
hats
functional?
the only hats you can wear are the ones with like the holes in the middle that just go around your head.
Oh yeah. No, but
Oh,
those look
well-
stupid, so I don't wear those.
Oh, okay. Well, shall we pop into Maeve's and Nix's? I feel a weird sense of foreboding. I don't know why. It's
Oh God,
big
don't say that.
well, it's just meeting a new person. I've heard the name. It's kind of like meeting a little don't tell
To
a
be fair,
celebrity.
we don't know if she's still there, but
Well, I
I
could
hope so.
speak
I think
with her.
as Drac would say that, Maeve would deflate, like very slightly, like. Ooh.
Oh, remember,
Okay, Maeve,
we
What
can
if
get
she's
her-
what if
we
she's
get over with
actually what if she's actually like just in the market? That'd be funny. We go to your house and she's not there, and then you think she's not there, and then she just comes through the door.
Remember, Meg, we have sending. Like, if she's not there, then we can always send her a message and find out where she's gone.
Mhm.
Or you
But
can
don't-
knock
And
see if she's
no
in.
matter what happens, we'll go
She
eat
wouldn't knock.
I don't know, a
Maeve would
scorpion
just-
on a stick after this.
Yeah, Maeve would just open the door.
I mean, Maeve wouldn't knock, but there's 10
yeah.
people with you.
Yeah, so the rest is like standing outside. Or would you like a moment? Would you like to introduce us? Kind of. We'll wait out here. You
So
say
one
hello
by
and we'll-
one,
we'll
or
wait.
everyone
It's
at
like
the same time?
it's like
or-
the fucking dwarves with
Yeah,
Gale.
yeah, me and Fayon, yeah. That's what I think. It's like you have your moment. Say hello, and we'll wait outside.
Okay.
I can just see Maeve kick in the door and I'm home.
Well, yeah, as you guys.
No, I imagine she'd like. Sorry, I imagine she'd like open the door, go to like drop. You know, like when you drop your keys on the table, and she'd like go to put something on a table by the door, and it just falls to the floor, and she's like, "She's been moving furniture again."
Well, as you guys are approaching the house, I just want to describe the exterior. The very on brand. The exterior is a sort of a soft lavender purple color. It seems to have 2 floors with like a tiled roof, and small beds of flowers are on the outside that are currently empty. You can see a few of the windows are open, and you can all. This is what would have given it away. You can all hear the sounds of like movement, like nervous muttering coming from the inside.
So just to clarify, right? Sorry, I don't know why this is tickling me so much. They've coloured the house the same colour as them.
I mean, the house probably was coloured before.
Really?
Yeah, they just picked that.
They
I mean,
bought it
it
because
was-
it was the same colour.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well,
Fashion.
they both have. They're both their favorite color is like purple. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, that really made me laugh. I don't know why it's tickled me so much. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's convenient. Imagine there was no purple houses anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
How are we going? I don't know.
Yeah. So, I assume Maeve opens the door and goes in.
Yeah.
Let me change the map.
You know, in the
Chico.
news
Dexterity
there's an
saves.
announcement that purple paint was now outlawed in in Witell. Crazy coincidence, right?
She would walk in and like playfully go, "Honey, I'm home."
You hear a what's the best way to describe it? Like a and like a splash of water and like a clattering of a cup or something. And you just hear like the footsteps on no, not like heavy footsteps, like footsteps on like the floor as Nyx pops ahead around the corner. And I will just re-describe Nyx because it has been I mean, you guys never met her, and it's been a while since
We still
I
haven't.
have.
We're outside.
You know what I mean. Haven't seen her. Oops. Why is this not working? Help me.
Mm.
Okay, hold on, let me just... I was just trying to copy and paste the image, but that didn't want to work. So... that one. Okay. I'm alright, I'm prepared. Yeah, so Nyx is about 5'8". The horns probably add a little bit on top of that. She has this sort of mid-tone grey skin with slightly darker hair, long horns that sort of go up and spiral a little bit. She's probably not wearing that outfit as you see it, but just a simple tanned colored outfit. And she has one purple eye and one sort of orangey looking eye, and you guys will have your reactions when you see her, but she has sort of a almost gnarly looking red mark that goes from that orange eye, like the top of her forehead to her neck. What else is there to describe? She around her neck, she also wears the symbol of Morales, the god of law and whatever the other ones are. I've forgotten. But yeah, maybe you see her like tilt the head around the corner, and she has this mix of excitement, nervousness, what else? Concern, confusion, all the emotions. And she sort of like stands up straight and says, hi. And she's like awkwardly stands by that door, not knowing what to do with her hands.
I think Maeve would just like stand there, give like a weird look, and then like slowly open her arms as if to say like, who are you and what have you done with Nyx?
Nyx knocks over a thing as she's walking on the table. Sorry, what did she say? I got blindsided by a noise.
Don't think she said anything. Oh, I think she knows. Think she just like look at her and slowly open her arms up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you stop?
She sort of steps a little bit forward, like sort of one of her hands down, the other one like rubbing her like forearm, like her shoulder. And she like looks around, obviously because she was expecting like 30 people.
Yeah.
But she would slowly like walk up to like here, just in front of you.
Maeve would give like the look as if to say like, what's wrong? And then probably not stand there T-posing and put her arms back down.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's wrong. It's just nervous. She's smiling. She's just nervous. You okay?
I think like it'd take her a second, but Maeve would catch on that like she looks very different.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately like walk right up to her and like, you know when you've been friends with somebody for so long that like bubbles are not a thing?
Yeah.
she'd just like literally grab the bottom of her face and like tilt her head and like look at this mark and be like, what?
She gives like white person smile. That might be a story for another time. I can tell you, but I've heard people outside. I don't want to keep them waiting for the length of a story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I just wanted to prepare you. There's a lot of them. And then at that point, she would just like give her like a bear hug.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the one when you squeeze someone and they go like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can it be a strength check?
Oh no.
Natural 20, you cure one of her
Just
mental
straight
traumas.
strength.
Yeah. 11. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, so close.
She yeah, she
I like crack her back.
turns a little bit. You crack her back a little bit. You know, like Nyx has like the definition of a sleeper build. She's pretty thin, but she's very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Or relatively strong. So she like takes the bear hug, and when you put her down, she just like doesn't launch, but she just like wraps her arms around your shoulders and just hugs you. Probably noticing through a small gap in the door, everyone's just like waiting, just huddling. Well, I did my best to clean up. There wasn't much to clean up. How many are there?
36!
How many are there?
36!
36! 36! Last year I had 37!
Nyx faints. No.
Well, there's quite a lot. But I don't think they're all going to be staying. Archron was talking about going to the inn. But I thought I'd bring them by so that you could meet the merry band of idiots. They're not all idiots. I mainly talk about Sidon. Please prepare yourself for him. He is difficult.
Mopey.
And he's in a bad mood at the moment, so...
I might need to chime in, by the way. My laptop's
Also, I think...
out.
I think
laptop?
Archeron... Oh.
But I think that's just because my laptop is where I am, so...
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's worth me being here, because I'm literally getting, like, snippets.
Oh, no.
Well, I think it's just the laptop.
Well,
Where
if
are
you
you?
can... Yeah.
I'm at Dave's. I'm looking after the dog.
Oh, can you not take the dog to yours?
No, it's a Labrador. I
Big
can't get
dog.
it in my car.
You can try to
Not
use
with that
connect,
attitude.
on your phone if that's better. So have Roll20 on your laptop and then Discord on the phone.
I can try, but like I say, the laptop is shit.
Well, if you can fix it, let me know, but I don't know what to say.
That's what I mean. Is I'll dip and see if I can fix something.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. So.
Because, like I say, I'm missing parts of the conversation. And I have no idea what. I'm getting a bit lost. That's kind of quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll dip out for the time being and see if I can.
So you can fix it. Alright.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Right.
See you soon, hopefully.
Slap walks up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Falls asleep. But he's not here, but I think, if I'm like looking at Roll20 and Discord and everything.
Yeah.
Well, if it helps, the Roll20, other than maps, I don't think would be used too much today. If that fixes anything, if you don't close it, just like minimize it. But
yeah. I've got literally everything set up to like minimal CPU usage, and it's still cutting out.
Okay, well, we'll see.
But yeah, I'll shoot off for a minute, and then we'll see.
Okay.
Right.
I've lost my train of thought.
No, I was gonna
Um,
say I was talking about everyone outside.
Yeah. That one's he's gone.
Yeah, she'd just say. Also, I think Archeron is more scared to meet you than you are to meet everyone.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, you haven't met Archeron.
They've not met me.
That's true. Well, I'll bring them in.
Do they want drinks or sit down or anything?
Don't worry about that. I'll host. You just focus on
No,
not fainting.
No, I don't want to be in a no. If I can host, that would be amazing.
Okay, just please don't faint.
No, I won't faint, but I hate the awkward silences when if the person everyone knows isn't in the room.
Okay. Well, I'll bring them in first, and then we'll sort drinks then. Okay?
She goes to sit. Does she go to sit? No, she just stands there awkwardly.
Maeve would go and open the door, and like as soon as everyone walks in, I imagine they'd wipe their feet, and she'd just stare at Sidon like, "Wipe your fucking feet."
Should I take
Are you
my
going
off,
to? Are you
or-
going to
Shoes
tell
off
him-
house, yeah. Make a big deal of taking the shoes off.
No. Quick question: are you actually going to tell him to wipe his feet, or are you just
Yeah.
looking at him with the
He's not
intent
going
of
to.
Yeah,
thingy?
you're gonna be told wipe your feet.
Shoes off house, Sidon. Shoes off house.
What?
Shoes off house. It's a
Why?
house where you take your shoes off. It's respect, Sidon.
Because
somebody
it's
else's
their house, not
It's their
yours.
house.
Fine.
Their rules, you know.
Yes.
Take my sandals off.
I think that's
Barefoot.
worse. I think that's
No,
worse.
he's got
Friend-
socks on there, hasn't he?
No.
Oh,
Sidon,
no.
I have some spare
Okay.
socks.
Oh
here.
well, yeah, kind of. They're like.
But you have those weird
What
like toe
does-
socks
what
that
does
Japanese people have
kind of
sometimes.
He's wearing those fucking glove socks. You know, the
No.
ones that like go
No.
over your toes.
He's wearing fishnets that end just above the ankle.
Oh god. Oh, his toes are just poking out of the
Wait,
holes. Oh
Wait,
god.
Slab's not here. He can't cast levitate. No, we have his feet that everyone has. Goodness.
But yeah, if you want to guys place yourselves and stuff, you all see Nyx, who is sort of standing slightly behind to the side of Maeve, just like picking at her nails and rubbing her shoulders, looking very nervous, getting as small as possible without being weird about it.
Archeron, you probably see the awkwardness as he realizes he's meeting the friend of a friend, and it dawns on him that the sphere of commonness is the fact that they've shared a sleeping apparatus, but at different times, and Maeve, and that's it. So the full horror of that settles in as he completely loses control of his voice, robots over to her, thrusts this box of chocolates into her hands, and goes, "Hello, my name is Archeron. It is very nice to meet you.
I used your sleeping bag.
Are you just sleeping bag? I'm so sorry.
She, as you do that, she
Completely clean, I promise. I've had it washed
she-
once. Our president it.
she visibly jumps back as you just shout. She goes,
I'm sorry.
ah.
You have to excuse Archer.
Thank you for what you done.
He's not good at first impressions.
Nyx's head's darting back and forth between everyone, and she's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
This is kind of what Sidon's footwear was, by the way.
Why am I clicking this link? Oh, right, okay, it's not.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
Good evening. My name is
It's
Testel.
it's 1 p.m.
Pleasure to make your
Sorry.
acquaintance.
I'm Nyx. I'm sure you knew that. Hi. She gives a smile. Nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm overwhelmed and confused.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. I'm Drac.
Track. Okay.
I'm Sidon.
Titan.
What did she do when he says I'm Sidon?
'Cause,
Because Maeve has
idiots.
done nothing but warn her about
I mean,
Sidon.
she gives a respectful nod and just mutters everyone's names.
Escapes
They
through
say.
the window.
She doesn't do anything. Oh, she doesn't do anything specifically at people's names. She's heard a little bit about a lot of you, but she just goes Sidon, Track, Archeron. Okay.
My
Slab
bird porridge! He's the
Ah.
magpie in the corner!
Hey, stop
Archon,
shouting.
darling, you're shouting.
Sorry.
It's messing with my tinnitus.
Sorry, it's been mop. It's been this is the first meeting we've had planned in a long time, and I just got nervous. I'm sorry. I'll wait outside.
No.
No.
It's fine. That'd be more awkward.
Oh God.
Just it's fine. She like looks. Well, I'm Nix. I said that. Hi, I'm Maeve's friend. This is the house. I
Why is
tried
everyone so nervous?
She goes like she doesn't go bright red because she's got grey skin. Her cheeks like flush slightly. Her eyes like darting to like Maeve back to anyone who's talking.
Yes, Sidon, you know, not everyone is as oblivious as you are, so...
I'm sorry, I'm just not good at meeting.
Next, don't
people.
apologize.
I'm not sorry.
You're fine. No, oh God.
So about that
confidence
weather
is
today,
wow.
yeah? Crazy.
What about the other fucking 4 NPCs?
Oh, they're for the sake of ease.
Isn't it 5 NPCs?
Oh, it is actually.
Is it?
It's 5, including
Oh, yeah.
Four, isn't it? The two sisters,
Two
Cassian
sisters,
and
Alex,
Helene.
Cassian, and Helene.
Oh, Alex.
Alex.
Of course, Alex. Oh.
Alex, yeah.
And
they,
for now, Slab.
yeah, they would have introduced themselves as everyone else did. I'm not
Like
going to
normal
do
people.
those three. Cassian would
I can see Cassian going, charmed.
no, charmed, I'm sure. No, Cassian, he says, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm, he's like, trying to think of the best way to put it. Cassian, Arelis. So he does that, like, as everyone else is doing it. She is like, she, like, pauses a second. Cassian, okay. And then,
What's
Leia
that film?
and
Is
Mel.
it The House Bunny, where it's Anna Faris? So she introduced people and she repeats the name like, "Hi, my name's Emily." Emily.
Yeah.
No, she's just like, as people saying, she just like mutters it quietly, as you know, just to remember it. I don't know if that's just me that does that.
I just forget.
That's true.
Yeah.
Slab is currently Slab's out with the camels. He's playing with the fishes. Helene would introduce herself as well. She would. Nyx would probably give like a slightly longer look to. Who would it be? We'll say it would be Mel, Cassian, probably Archon, just because. Actually, no. She'll probably like look at Archon, go quickly away because she doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Setting
It's
them.
like looking for her. They make eye contact. They're
Yeah.
like dying. behind
They're
some-
both like,
Is that,
Yeah.
is that scene in Always Sunny where Mac and Charlie make eye contact in the restaurant?
Yeah.
yeah.
Just over the heads of Diane Teresa.
Yeah.
I think Archon's going to hide behind Mel.
Okay.
It's like he
Um,
just-
pretty tall target to hide behind. But yeah, so she says, well, come in. What's mine is yours. Do you need a drink or anything? Anything?
I would appreciate a water.
Yeah, same here.
Water.
Great. So you will like move into the
There's like the living room at the back. Or the...
we'll say just move into here.
yeah.
Where did I see?
Have you got any food?
A little bit. Small bits, not enough for everyone.
We have food
Oh,
with us, so it's no
I still have those leftovers from yesterday's curry.
No, thank you.
Well,
Did you make curry yesterday?
Alex said I
Yeah.
made food. Never mind. Nick says, "Well, I'll get the drinks and stuff." And she just darts at the room.
Archon headbutts the table like 3 times. Maeve, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
I think Maeve would just like back out of the room, and before she like leaves, she'd be like, no snooping, please.
Oh God!
Why
That's all
would
I
I'll
want to do.
I'll fireball anyone who tries. Don't worry.
Mel stands by the stairs like a bouncer.
The moment she steps her foot on one of those steps, I'm casting fireball.
No,
just
she's
kidding.
standing there so no one else can get up.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought like she was
I
like
could
trying to
send
like
porridge
go
to
off
look.
to Snoop.
she's readying attack opportunity if anyone moves.
I don't know what came over me there. That was horrendous. I
feel like the no snooping rule was directed towards me.
Yeah.
Which, hilariously, yeah,
Makes you want to snoop more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please let's try to remain on good terms. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Oh my, I'm so embarrassed. Jeez.
Yeah,
I don't even understand what happened. You've never
it's because
like that before.
Well, there's only well, this is
Archer,
Maeve's
do
best
you want
friend,
it
and
back to breathe in?
he starts breathing into the sleeping bag and inflates the whole thing. He's like,
Is it because she's a pretty woman about our age, or is it because she's
No, it's not that. It's nothing to do with that. She's
Because she's a paladin. You won't think for paladins.
She's a cleric.
It's like,
Cleric.
shut up. No, it's not that. It's because Maeve is. It's very important to Maeve that we make a good impression, and we didn't make the best impression with Gethin, and I really wanted to make a good impression with Nyx.
Aww.
To be fair, I think
what's the word?
Well.
I think the word is fisted it.
Sorry,
God,
what?
I
Wait,
shouldn't have read that book.
You fisted Gethin?
I just
Oh, God.
why
Not.
Oh,
why
sorry,
why
I forgot
can't I
someone
be
else's
normal?
turn.
Why do I keep? And it's like he's like not like at the
Nope.
point of tears, but he's clearly like cringing to pieces.
Akara is
Genuinely?
outside of slap.
Artron, genuinely, he's just overthinking every interaction you're in. Just go into
Because
it.
I
and
want
be
to
like,
make
"No."
because with spells you have to think about what'll like. Remember the incident you everyone loves bringing up, the incident with the flower in the Vermilion Moorlands. When you are experimenting with spells and with magic, you have to think 5 or 6 steps ahead. And with a social interaction, I thought if I am clear and bring a present, and I am warm and communicate well, I will make a good impression, and that translated to in her face. And throwing a box of
Yeah, the walls are really
chocolate.
good.
Yeah, throwing a box of chocolates at her, and part of me is very glad that I'm going to be staying in another building, because I don't want her to think that that Maeve is associated with crackpots and lunatics.
Sorry,
Archon,
what?
I don't want to burst your bubble, but since the time that you bought those chocolates to the way here, I think they all melted in the heat.
No, I have a jam jar of cold.
Yeah.
I have a jam jar of cold. Why do people forget about my
Alex
jam jar?
also has.
And
the bag
also
of cola.
Alex has
Yeah.
that
Yes,
bag
yes,
of
and-
colding or what?
and Alex,
thing.
you are
But-
not a silver dragonborn, are you? You're a crystal dragonborn, if memory serves.
He knows. I am. a
Which
crystal
kind of crystal?
dragon? Crystal.
Crystal, and that
Crystal
is
is gem.
Force.
That's Force Radiant. God, hold on. I'm to find it now. I don't know off the top of my head. I
No,
think it's
crystal.
Radiant.
Crystal is radiant. Sorry, yeah, it's diamond that's false.
But
Okay.
yeah, Artron, genuinely, I think you overthink social interactions. It's not like spells, and yeah, sometimes you come across as rude, but at the end of the day,
I think you underthink social
No,
interactions.
No,
Look, genuinely, if you
There's a
just
happy
say,
middle ground, boys.
No,
like,
genuinely, if you just say sup, interaction.
no, it's like,
Why are you
It's
nervous?
not that different because friendship is magic. Yes, we all remember this. And
What?
friendship is magic. My Little Pony. And
I think
it's-
magic is magic.
I'm imagining Artron calling Sidon My Little Pony with no context. Friendship is magic, My Little Pony.
My Little Pony, like a gentle shoulder punch.
It's like a pet name.
No, instead of pony, he has to say Brody.
And it's nothing to do with the fact she's a tiefling, even though There's nothing wrong with tieflings.
Mel and Layla both look up like, what?
No. You pair are wonderful, and it's nothing to do with that. Oh my god! Somebody take this shovel off me! Oh my god!
You have some orange slices.
It's just gonna start eating the rind.
Disgusting.
Good to feel
Well,
that.
I tried.
I think
while that's going on.
yeah, I think Maeve would now that stop.
I think Maeve would have heard everything, including.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
the
100%.
volume issue has not stopped with you being out of the room.
No.
Does she like snort when Silent talks like you're overthinking things? Like, of
Yeah.
course you would say that.
yeah. But I think she'd take out this like little, like craft cardboard box that had like a little ribbon wrapped around it, and just hand it over and be like, "It's not, much, but it's here." Famously bad at giving gifts.
Yeah, she sort of opens it, and it's that thing you sent me, isn't it?
Yes.
And just, I'm famously bad at accepting gifts, and I always feel like I'm insincere. Thank you.
They're made for each
it's
other.
nice. Did you make it yourself, or did you buy it?
I bought it, but I painted it.
That makes sense.
That's why it's a bit all over
No,
the
it's
place.
it's good. I didn't even think to get anything.
No, it's not necessary. Quick question: did I get any post?
Oh god, I didn't think about that. She's saying it, but the DM's saying it. I haven't gone to the post office yet. I don't know. Your hair got shorter.
Yes. It's actually grown. It was even shorter. It was sort of a control thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, big news. Big news. She'd say this loud so everyone in the other room could hear it. You know this thing that I've been dealing with since I was a child?
Yes.
Guess who knows
Why are you
why?
speaking so loudly?
Because I'm annoyed. I'm sorry. Guess who knows why?
Who?
She's not even going to say it. She's just going to do one of those, those looks that people give each other when they know what they're... I don't know how to describe it, but she's going to throw her a look like...
Guys, why is she shouting?
I don't know, Sidon. What did you do?
What do you mean?
I don't know. This
he
is
just
why
came back. He doesn't know.
I have
Sorry,
expected
I was kind of
a
like
slap echo to
distracted.
resonate through the entire house, but that hasn't happened yet, so
Oh
things must be
God,
going
no.
great.
Isn't
They
it,
must
isn't
be
it weird?
they must be getting along so well.
What? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I maybe she's catching her upon everything.
Yeah, probably.
And Nix goes, well, maybe that makes sense.
Maybe we need to make noise so they can have a private conversation.
No, I think that at that moment, you guys would realise that, we'd just heard everything you'd said.
Yes.
Oh my god! Mel, get out of the way! I'm gonna throw myself down those stairs.
She says, no, that's not.
Archer on the toilet is
Not
that
the
way.
stairs.
The toilet
Use the
stairs.
I can't
window.
even drown myself. I can't breathe underwater.
They just heard that, right?
Oh my god!
But Nix says, they seem charming.
They grow on you.
Like warts.
Lots of
like mold.
lots of time.
Should
I
I
mean,
use
they
it like a
all-
grimace?
They all know about
Okay.
that.
makes-
So
Great.
ready to head back in, or
Nope.
okay? I will give you a minute, and
I'll
I'll.
get the water.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Don't
She's gonna
worry,
walk in
Sam.
like a
I'm
mom.
sure they'll very understand. Oh, hey, babe.
She's gonna look at everyone like, have you been snooping?
No, I
That's-
couldn't be around to snooping. Mel stopped me from getting up the stairs.
She's gonna give Mel a thumbs up back.
Damn, a thumbs up. The biggest sign of approval possible.
So what was that yelling about? Any?
Oh,
What yelling? I
Um,
kind of got distracted.
no, I was explaining to Nyx that my mother has more to do with all of this than I realised. And let's just say Nyx very famously does not like my mother.
To be
So-
fair, from what
Oh,
we
is
have
it the
heard,
same
I don't
true
think
for
I
you?
like her either.
Yeah, I mean, I've only, I mean, presumably your father did for a period, 15, 20 minutes, but minimum. I don't know.
I believe they're still together. I don't
That-
know
Doesn't answer the question.
why. But yes, I assume so.
Well, the thing is, you can, if you're bitten by a snake, you can go around, ask everybody why, what it was that made the snake bite you, but it won't take the venom out, and it certainly won't prevent them biting you again. And
I also would like to point out that snakes can just bite you willy nilly. They are animals.
that
Don't
was
need
the,
provocation.
that was the point, Sidon. Yeah, a snake will bite, and so
Sidon
it's-
knows he can't speak. Sorry.
I worry we've overstepped our welcome.
Oh
slightly.
no, don't.
No?
She's very anxious.
Well,
As
snap.
is. Yes.
Well, if you short something, but I meant to ask this morning, and this is going to be really, really awkward now, considering I've been. He fans his face, you know, like. Okay.
Alex has
well,
just like got a fan.
Yeah, thank you, Alex.
No porridge, just use
Yeah.
wings.
Porridge is having a whale of a time. Porridge is snooping, but like, I don't know if anyone's seen this on Reels or TikTok. There's this, I'm getting it a lot. It's this budgie whose owners like pretend there's a cupboard he can't go into. So every time he flies into the cupboard, they're like, "Oh, you get out of the cupboard!" And he's having a really good time like throwing like the plastic cups out.
Yeah.
I imagine Porridge is like hiding between the cups, having a whale of a time. But Archon's like, "Oh, this is so." It's such a tonal shift. I have been trying to be since the incident, and he kind of glances at Helene, whatever.
You said it right the first time.
The first time, yeah. I just double down on my not knowing. He ever since I've been trying to be a bit better. Believe it or not, this is me trying, and try to be less inflexible. And I was wondering, Maeve, would you mind at all if you would be able to give me back the scroll that I gave you, the major image scroll? I had and he glances very, very, like, if people got good insight, very, very quickly his eyes start to melt, and I'm back. I'd like something I'd like to do with it.
She hand it over.
Well, Mel definitely doesn't see it with a 9
Yeah.
passive insight, but everyone else might. You can make me a check if you want, but I mean, it's fine.
I was with like sleight of hand. I think it's not like.
I mean,
30.
what's your? Oh yeah. 13.
13 is
Oh,
fine.
I don't
think
see
13
shit.
is fine.
Some people would.
I have a
Um,
passive perception of a passive insight of 13.
Yeah.
You would
so
have seen his eyes
some
like
people would, yeah.
you would have seen it passively, like noticing it specifically in the fight. Archeron mechanically tends to position himself very, very close to Mal, not just for the mechanical benefit that I imagine. Like, if anyone's mentioned it, or he may have mentioned it at some point, like, being around her is a very calming influence, like, I imagine emotionally, with the mechanics of the paladin aura. For Archeron, it's like a huge benefit to be around someone who actively makes it less likely he's gonna, like, monster out and kill somebody. But I imagine there's like an element of that that goes beyond the pure mechanical. So he takes the scroll off.
The physical.
The physical, the immediate mechanical benefit. So he takes. Thank you. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to quickly set fire to 75 gold and write this into my spellbook.
Casually.
And he does that. Oh shit! Just picture now. Yeah. So he does that. I'll just get rid of 8 and give myself 5 gold back. Remove. There we go. Yeah, he does that, and he scrawls into his book the spell minor image.
Cool.
Will you allow me to prepare that for today?
No. That's not how it works.
What's about midday?
No,
right?
no, that's why I asked whether you let me.
No.
That's fine.
Yeah, cool. After probably just as Archon's finishing writing his thing.
It only takes like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Nyx comes in.
Instead of the 2 hours.
Comes in with like a tray of some drinks. She like sets it down on the table. I wasn't sure what everyone else wanted, so I just got a jug of water and some orange juice.
Thank you.
There's some crackers and cheese as well.
Bob's not here for that.
What the fuck was
What
that?
the fuck was that?
Sorry.
That was Archer on mumbling because he's gone too far the other way now.
Oh. Sorry, what did you say?
Andron,
Yes,
speak normal inside voice. Not too loud, not too quiet.
Goldilocks it. Got it.
Yes, the
Okay.
Goldilocks zone.
Goldilocks voice.
Not
If
a woman.
you would like-
The Goldilocks voice.
I have I have a jam jar that can make your drinks cold.
Huh?
Oh yeah, because fridges aren't a thing.
I have a jam jar that can make your drinks cold.
Why does this
He
sound
says,
like you really need to
eyes
leave?
like squeezed so tight it looks painful. And then he like puts it on the table and he goes, "It's a jam jar that makes things cold."
Thank you.
Cass would like mouth to like say the words without actually saying them. Like, is he crying? Like, I can't see his body.
Honestly, I can't tell. I don't know what's going on with Andron. He's kind of like exploded today.
Thank you.
Yeah, to be fair,
Also,
he usually
I have
isn't
a-
like
I have a
this when he
question,
meets new persons.
I have a question about your jam jar of making things cold. Is that the thing you took out of Helene's
It
body?
is, yeah.
Yeah, but no, the jam jar isn't. I don't know, Helene. You will have to tell me whether or not you've had a
Obviously
jam
not
jar
the
inside
jam-
you or not.
Obviously
But-
not the jam jar. I meant the coin inside.
Okay.
It is,
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you clean it? Did you sterilize it? It was inside a
The
person's
coin.
body. Yeah. You
I
used it
just
don't
for
have
things.
to, but yeah, I did.
Silent,
yes, of
it's
course I
in a
did.
jar. We don't
It's
touch
also
the
in a
thing.
jar. Yes, it's not the coin itself is not touching any thing that I'm.
Oh,
gonna
didn't
put
you
in my
say
mouth.
before that you put the chocolates in there?
No, I put the chocolates near the
Around
coin.
it.
Near the coin. Archon is bordering on hysterics.
You see everywhere. Layla, and yeah, Layla is just in the corner trying not to cackle.
Yes, the
as am
question,
I.
does anyone have like calm emotions or something to cast on Archie?
Oh, I think I do actually. Let me make sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I do have it. I'm going to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, yeah, hit me. Yeah. Oh.
Did he just take a hit from like a?
It's just
Yeah.
he willingly feels like, oh.
I imagine because Cass is a cleric of light and fire, she'd just pull out.
Yeah, it's just weed.
Yeah.
I just imagine this is like really warm rocks. It's like large and lie on the table, hot rocks.
Well, no, because Calm Emotions is everyone if they choose in a radius.
No, it's like a fidget spinner. I just hand it over.
Sorry. Wait, his emotions calmed. He's not going to try to be suave. Thank you, Cass. That's much appreciated.
I completely
time.
forgot I had it prepared.
I'm so sorry.
I would have cast it earlier.
No, it's my fault. I can't with social situations sometimes.
You see,
Apologies.
Nick. You see, Nick says, "I've never actually thought about casting that on myself. I should do that."
Wait, so Archer,
Isn't
you
it
think
everyone
this
in a
will happen
radius?
again when we
If you
meet my
choose.
parents?
I mean, it technically is everyone in a radius, but if you just want to bop one person,
If you want to
then
fail it,
I'll allow it. Yeah.
I mean, would Nyx choose to?
No, I mean, like, Cass would have just cast it on.
Oh, okay.
after on. But like, if you wanted to get a radius, because the spell is technically a radius, you can. But like, I would be like, if you want to just target one person, then that's fine. To ignore everyone else having to save.
It would hit everyone here, so if you
fine.
want...
no, I can't be bothered.
No,
Yeah,
Everyone do a
talking-
charisma
No,
check. I don't know. Just kidding.
I don't think next. I think it's when someone it describes a friend. You've obviously been friends with May for many years. Just talked so highly of you, and then I built it up in my head. I don't make friends very easily, and I was very very keen. I think too keen to make a good first impression.
It's fine.
So
I'm very
Leaven-
bad at
Yes.
I'm very bad at making friends.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be bad at making friends together. Yeah. Could we start over? I'm Archer on.
That feels like an antithesis to. Never mind. Hi, I'm Nyx.
Hi. Well, this jam jar is got a thing in it that allows things to be cooled down. I thought we could put it near the water. Maybe not in it. Good point, Sudden. To chill it down, or maybe we could make iced tea, something like that. That'd be maybe nice. If you have any tea and lemons,
I think we have some.
I could do. I will do that. You sit down, and I'll do that. And he kind of like busies himself.
And then Nyx, sort of after a moment or two, will say, "So, what's your just plan? Just overview? Do you know what you're doing?"
Well, sit down.
She says,
We have a story, and then I will explain
"The campaign."
the campaign. Yeah.
Hey,
No,
just give
no,
the
now
YouTube
we
link.
want you to do this
Yeah.
all.
Okay, I have a very important question. How many silent shenanigans are you including in that story?
All of them.
All of them.
So it would be, it would be talking about the show when they went to. I'm basically doing like a mini recap here. So
Cool.
anybody who is listening for the first time, here's what's happened so far. She would recap the show and the weird vampire scrubs that attacked, and that we had to then like search around the city for the survivors. The fact that Sidon kicked down a magical door, which meant that it broke. Shut up! Which meant that it broke, and that we had to literally pull up the fucking floorboards to get into the magical basement.
You are leaving out the pure fact that that the person I was with was assaulted down there, and I was going to say I was angry. You know, people do that. They don't think sometimes.
She wasn't assaulted though.
Sometimes.
It was
Anyway.
a succubus. Sure.
Well, I know that now, but I didn't know that then.
And then I would explain us meeting Cassian. Probably check with Cassian if it's cool to tell Nyx everything.
It just sharks. I don't care.
Yeah, so explain that Cassian was a vampire, and that we had to then travel into the Feywild to find this awful vampire bitch, and that we killed her, and everybody saw each other's memories, and it was really wild. And then we came out of the Feywild into Pyra, and there was a serial killer just, casually.
You said that with the
No,
serial
I'm
killer in the
friends
room.
with that.
Yeah. And she would gesture to her as she was explaining there was a serial killer, and Nyx would probably be like, "The fuck?"
Yeah, Nyx looks over and is like, looks back. What?
No. So essentially, there was this weird demon thing that was controlling her. Anyway, we dealt with all of that. We found out that.
I just say dealt with that later. It's just like thumbs up.
We later found out that these two are sisters, and something really weird is going on. We're still trying to get to the bottom of that. I don't know if she'd mention the Archeron thing. I think she would like lead up to it and then look at Archeron and be like, "Is it okay if I tell Nyx this again, like she did with Cassian?"
Okay, so this is a twofold question. So I was actually going to mention this. Do you mention that Archeron like killed dude?
No, I don't think she. I
Maeve
don't
wasn't
think it feels
there for that as well.
necessary because we've killed
Wasn't
so many
she?
people.
Well, she was there for that, but she wasn't in the space. She didn't see it.
She was
She was on
up
one
the
side.
other
You guys
end,
were in the yeah.
Okay. Well, this specifically is like it was like an ally, which is is the reason Archeron was one. Well, I was wondering whether you were going to mention it.
I don't think she'd just be like,
I
"Oh,
don't think
Archeron
we've,
killed an innocent man," but
I don't
think
think
she would.
we've ever killed anything that wasn't a monstrosity, by the way. I don't think.
Yeah, I
we've
think
ever
I am
killed
the only murderer in the group, apart from Layla. Weird flex, but okay.
That you know of, anyway.
Yeah.
You don't know what cast is.
Oh, true.
She would
I didn't
Kill a
kill.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would explain that there was like a big, massive fight against a load of demons, and that demons have been popping up everywhere. And then she would mention. She'd probably like ask if it's okay to mention Sidon's like wolf deal that led us to Helene, and B, if it's okay to mention Archeron's malevolence and his monster thing that comes out when
That's the name of it. That's why.
Yeah.
How long does Calm Emotions last for? I'm not going to go back to screaming and ranting, by the way. I just wondered.
A minute or 10. I think 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh, Calm Emotion only lasts one.
Oh, a
minute.
minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
If you want, I can cast it again.
No.
It's not-
I'm not going to go. It's funny, but I'll just, no, it's fine. He so basically informs like how he reacts when we get to it. Like, so he's gone from being like really, really calm to like the spell wearing off, and he's like, okay, well, I've kind of clawed it back a little bit with like, with a bit of Dutch courage, I've done it, and then we start telling the story, and he's getting back round to it. I think he would like, not reluctantly nod, but like maybe ashamedly nod to let you carry on.
Yeah, so she, she'd go on to explain pretty much everything that had happened.
Cool.
Just making Nyx very aware of
How badass we are.
Yeah, of just like everyone. Then she would go on to say about the prophecy and Helene and us needing to take Helene to Cass's parents, who Nyx may or may not know in passing as they live, in the same area. I don't know how well known Cass's family is around here.
Well, they make pretty good quality pearl
She might
jewelry,
have
so
heard
if she's...
the second name,
Yeah.
Ravenlight, but I don't know. She definitely probably wouldn't know them by name.
Yeah.
Maybe she would know them by name, maybe not by sight.
Yeah. So yeah, just, laying everything out, and then probably stop very abruptly and be like, and that's about everything.
Everything of I think importance to where we find ourselves.
To the plot.
Well, no, not to the plot, but you're a cleric of Moralis. Have you? We have spoken to a few people. Shit, where did that fox person go?
Kari's outside.
It's outside with the horse.
Everyone come in. Go ahead. I realized
Oh
it's
shit! I can see him on the map. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, I will say they're outside. Nyx is like, there's more.
Yeah,
No.
we mentioned that there has been some demonic incursions. I was wondering if you noticed any around here.
Nothing around here. I've heard a little bit, but nothing too close. It's mainly not really been in Obelista. I don't, to my knowledge. I've not seen anything firsthand.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed. We do tend to follow misery, so hopefully we've not beaten
Misery
it here.
loves company.
Well, yes.
I have
I
a
do.
question. Just out of curiosity. Speaking of like demon incursions, there's something else as well. On the way in, we fought. Well, not on the way in, but like a few hours out of town, we fought a couple of the Knights of Periphalon. don't know if that name means anything to you, or if you've seen
and
any.
some Black Abashi as well.
Yeah. I don't know if the
20?
Knights of Periphalon have been in town or anything like that.
Even with the 20, she says, I don't recognize the name.
No worries.
It's pretty specific bit of information, so no, she doesn't know.
Well,
I've not seen anyone like the description in town.
Well, look, we've obviously landed on you, not quite out of the blue, but an unexpected date. Would you could you recommend a good place we could perhaps treat you to a meal? All of us out together, relax a little.
I think the cabana, the White Pearl Cabana near the shore, would be the best place. It's
Just
sort of
imagining Ashram orders like the fruitiest, biggest cocktail with like 100 sparklers coming out of it. Fucking shit.
It's sort of the only place to fancy-ish place to eat around here. Usually,
about the market is it?
The market has stalls and places to eat, but more like take your food and go. But yeah, the cabana's nice. I've been there a handful of times. But usually it's a bit busy in the day, so maybe in the evening.
Would we need to book a table for 12? Presumably we would for 12.
I mean, maybe. Cass would know that the people who own the cabana are like family friends, so she could probably get a table really easily.
Oh, you mean
should
with
we,
Uncle Roy?
Message them or what?
What was that? Sorry.
Maybe you
Should
go
we
to Cass's
cast like
parents to find out.
message and tell them or something?
Well, I think we were going to.
We're heading that way anyway.
Go there because we there's far too many of us to impose and to say here.
Oh, don't worry. I sent them a card that explained the situation a little bit before we, left the city.
Mhm.
So
You know,
I'm right, it should have arrived like
Yeah, I think
2
it
or
probably
3
would have
days ago.
arrived.
Yeah.
A little bit ago. But yeah. So, is there anything else you guys are doing while you're in the house?
Did we get our lemon iced tea?
Yes. It's Steve's.
Fucking love lemon iced tea.
At some point, while everyone was like chatting and stuff, Maeve would like be sat there, just like probably quite. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Just like calm and like content, yeah. And then her eyes would like shoot open, and she'd like turn and look at Nyx, but like try and be very subtle about it, and just whisper, "Did you do the thing I mentioned in the letter?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
I'll
could
be
imagine some
right
crippling
back.
silences, like really awkward, like no.
She'd be like, "Yeah, I'll be right back," and then like disappear upstairs. Now's the time to guess whose room is whose.
Already guessed
one is yours.
How long have you been in Witell and Nyx?
Well, cool. Do you guys want to guess? Oh, never mind.
It doesn't even surprise me that Dave has
I
to
did
boot it
guess.
all.
I guessed it was.
Immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a teddy bear on the bed.
It's a boodle.
That was the thing that you may have wanted next to move the bear. I'm saying that because it's true. I'm saying that because it's true. She mentioned it to me, and I was like, she's not going to remember.
Yeah, in the letter, like it
it's
was
just
like,
funny
"P.S. Can
that
you
you like scratched it over.
yeah. In the letter, it was like, "P.S. Can you please make sure you move the name of the bear?"
Can we guess the name?
You won't get it.
I mean, if I went snooping and I saw that bear, that would have been great.
Okay, Tony the Tiger.
Great.
Sorry, James, what did you say? Says something to.
I asked. So it's like I just imagine when Maeve leaves the room, like otherwise the silence would have just been like crawling down your own throat, awkward.
Yeah.
It would have been like, so how long have you been in this town in which you clearly live, like kind of thing.
I mean, as long as Maeve has, I have to look at my notes to remember how long that was.
Do you cleric for work or?
No.
Have you ever, since you're like housemates, have you ever played pranks on each other? Like, does Maeve have a diary that has like some embarrassing stories that we could like
from upstairs?
No. As I'm speaking, Nyx is just like her eyes just go like, she just like looks at you blankly. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yes, that's my girl.
Come on!
No.
It's all in good fun.
Sadly, you are aware that Maeve can hear what you're saying right now, right?
You turn around,
Yeah.
Maeve stood there with her arms folded.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
I'm assuming she's moved the teddy bear because of Cassian, but if the walls in this house are so thin, like, it's going to be like what I did at Christmas, like fucking gymnastic style. Trying to do it so fucking go in there and say, what's the matter with your shoulder? I fucking tore my rotator cuff.
Cassian's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, so just like, it's just this like really awkward silence, and then Maeve walks back and So,
how long
would you like your sleeping bag back?
I mean, I don't. I haven't.
We can buy a new one.
If
the
I've got one now. If you want to keep it, I don't mind.
I have no strong feet. I have a magic hut. That I sleep inside of, as I say it out loud.
Awkward again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. She has a very high passive insight, so she sort of nods, says, "I'll have the sleeping bag." It's fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much for well, I say you letting me borrow it, but Maeve said I could. So, but as I say, I've
Maeve said I could.
I mended it because it got a little bit ratty. Between you and me, Maeve hadn't taken amazing care, but I've repaired it, cleaned it, and as I say, I sleep now in a magic box.
Good for you. Well, I say that's Maeve. Hi, Maeve. Well, if you have anything else, I don't know why I'm saying it in this voice. What am I trying to say? If you, I'm gonna say it in my voice. If you guys want to do anything else, before the evening, it would be the time to do it now. Like, if you want to go and see Cass's parents, that'd probably be the best time to do it.
I think the last thing Maeve would do in here, it doesn't require conversation, but would bring Cass over to this bookshelf and just be like, "Go wild."
Do I buy diff? Oh my goodness, you have this one too. And this one, I thought they discontinued it.
They did.
Oh, you have to be so lucky. And the autograph of the author, Maeve.
You rip Cass away from these slightly smutty books.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Depends on the book. And
it says only for elves over 500.
God. And you go back into Witell. We will take a quick break though. Jumping back in, you guys had your not awkward at all conversation with Nyx. And yeah, the plan I think is to head to Cass's house. One question that I should ask, I guess mainly Maeve, which is all of you. Do you want Nyx to be with you? Because you will.
Oh, God,
if she's willing.
If you ask Archer, he was so looking forward to leaving, and then just imagine it's coming with you. Oh my God! But like you know, the source of like his embarrassment. He feels he's messed up. Poor
Now I want her to come with us.
Yeah.
It's her decision at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just Asher now has, I think, more NPCs than players.
Well, I mean, if we
Yeah,
went
that
to
is
the
true.
beach, I'd want her
19.
to...
I think she'll come with you because I was going to tell her.
I could say if you want, I could say we'll meet you at the beach. I can.
I
send
did
them
think
there
that
when
it's
they're
fine. They just won't say anything for most of it, or they'll be outside on certain places. Okay, so you guys head out.
Oh, I assume we're going to go cut through the market square since that's on the way, and Notron wanted to have a walk through the market square.
You guys go from the house to the main sort of market square of Witell. It is this sort of vibrant, bustling area. It's the very heart of the town. There's this sort of like old world sort of aesthetic. There's you can tell this is a very old sort of portion of the town with sort of paved cobblestone squares with various different painted colors. There's like intricate mosaics on the ground depicting like local folklore, things like that. You can see that the buildings here are painted the brightest colors, and there's people around with like artisan goods or doing some small performances or street games, things like that. What are you doing?
What kind of shops are there?
God, I mean, the two main shops, there's sort of this one, which is like a sort of general store. And then there is this one, which I haven't thought about, so what I'll say, that's all the stalls, so you could find sort of artworks of like, paintings or like greeting cards, some food.
There are caricature artists.
There is a caricaturist, sure. Actually, no, I'll save that for the thing later on. There's sort of, you can get some like artworks of the environment. You can get some food, some like carvings of like wood or stone. Some like people selling shells and things at the beach. Or
Do
clothing
they have
or instruments.
like maps over the town?
Yeah, you can definitely find a map of
Because
Witell.
I want to get one of those.
Easy enough. You can get that for like 5 copper to a silver, depending on how nice you want the map to be.
Are there any?
I want it to be nice, so I pay 1 silver.
Cool.
Are there any magic shops like scroll shops?
Not here. No, there's
Okay.
the best like. There wouldn't be. Cass would know that. In the cabana, I feel like I keep mentioning it because I will. In the cabana, there's a family friend who is an artificer who might have some magic stuff.
Artificer. Fucking
Well,
half
that would be your best bet to find anything magic item wise here.
Okay. It's specifically scrolls who's after, but okay.
Yeah, I mean this is small town, not many people doing magic. But yeah, you can also see some performers, like people playing various instruments, or like snake charming, or like fire eating, things like that. You also there's like a group of people doing some street games, rolling some dice, playing some cards, things like that.
Is there a florist?
There'd be like a small stall with person selling like flowers. There'd be like autumnal desert flowers, which I don't know if they exist.
They're cactuses.
Yeah, no, yeah. What else is what I was asking? And because it's a sea town, there will be like sea plants and stuff.
Yeah, we'll say it's like an old like sea druid who
Okay.
keeps the flowers alive year round.
Cass, obviously we're going to your parents' house. Would it be worthwhile turning up with flowers? I promise to not scream at them.
Hello,
that your
Mrs.
parents-
Cass's
this is-
mother.
Not your. I will not scream at your parents. I may scream at the flowers. I don't know. So apparently, I heard some plants like that.
What?
I'm very curious where you heard that, but if you want, you can buy flowers.
What would you recommend?
I have to look up flowers. God damn it.
I was gonna say a
Pink
sunflower,
ones,
but
white
it's so
ones, blue
obvious.
ones, green ones,
Yellow ones.
yellow ones. red ones?
White ones would be
Someone
good.
big as a
Because we work with pearls, so we might be able to adorn that to like put it in the shop.
Well, it's just okay. Yeah. Well, I will just buy
Selection.
a selection. Yeah. And
Yeah,
a
you can get
rose
that
bouquet.
for like. I mean, depending on how many flowers you want to get.
I don't want to turn up with like a bridal bouquet.
Yeah.
I want to turn up with like 100
You
flowers.
could probably get like
It'd be like a
decent,
one of those £10 bouquets from Tesco.
yeah, like a decent array of flowers for like 3 silver, we'll say, because it's a woman who's
Okay.
like keeping it. up, so she has to use magic cantrips.
Can I
Secretly in her
one-
mind, she is praying that our son doesn't say "Hey, mom and dad" when he gives them the flowers, because at misunderstanding, she will die.
Hey,
I also
mommy and
grew up-
daddy.
Were your parents preachers of Solista or no?
Well, yes, they are believers, but they're not like clerics and stuff like that. Like they
Well,
go like every week, but they're
They
not.
go every Sunday to church, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
See, I did grow up with my father, as I think I mentioned, was a preacher of. I was going to say the Wild Mother, but it's not that.
Ophina.
Ophina, sorry. My brain.
why do you
drifted into a
now
whole-
remember the Exandria gods?
Yeah, I know.
You've never
My brain
remembered that.
drifted into another universe for a moment there. He was a preacher of Athena, and so I do know what it's like. So that's why I asked. But flowers are always well received, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
I'm only messing.
But they
Uh,
are pretty rare here because middle of a desert.
Oh, it's not going to be like a show of wealth, is it?
No, but
God.
it's just not common to give flowers.
Oh,
But it is appreciated.
you may have told me that before I bought them. It's fine. I'm sure. Perhaps you should give them to them. You can just introduce me and I'll wave.
God.
Say he's lost it.
It's not even there yet.
Yeah.
Sidon's going to wander off in the market. He's looking for something particular. He's going to stop. First off, he's going to stop by the food vendor.
Of course.
Um,
You can get some stuff like, a few copper.
that's a bit of a. That one's a bit sketchy.
Damn,
but-
It's not. It's not. It's just cooking meat. Like, it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, a few copper. Yeah, he'll buy some of that. But his main goal, as he's wandered off on his own, is to find a. He wants to find like a jeweler's,
Mhm.
or somewhere where he could like buy a very nice sort of bracelet.
Depending on what
I
you're
did
looking
tell you that
for-
my parents are jewelers, right?
Yes, but it's a very particular kind of bracelet that doesn't require pearls.
Yeah, depending on what you're looking for. If you're not looking for pearls, you can probably find someone at a stall selling
So
various
like a
rings
bangle,
and bracelets,
or-
necklaces, things like that.
Yeah, like a bangle. Yeah.
Yeah. what are you looking for?
I'm looking for one that had like a design of a sun and a moon on it. Maybe
Okay,
made out of
yeah.
like gold or something like that.
It won't be that cheap. You can find one guy, we'll call him Terry, who does
And his
jewels.
brother Larry.
No, Terry. He's a half giant, Goliath guy. He has like a variety of
Is he like a
rings.
muscular, ginormous, half-giant Goliath guy?
Pretty, not like massive, but not tiny.
Yeah.
He's got various rings, bracelets, piercings, things like that. But yeah, you can find like a nice looking one that has like a it's sort of a silver, but then depending on how it hits light, it goes a gold. That like the sort of centerpiece of it is like a sun and moon design, like a golden orb with a sort of a moon on the outside that you can turn, if that makes sense. Like you can move each of them to like either have one of them or neither of them, both of them, things like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take that.
He says,
Here's Sorry, sorry. Come back to me in a minute.
he says, yeah, that'll be, I don't know how much jewelry costs.
And on the bill.
We'll call it 20 gold. It was pretty intricate.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you.
Gives you like a nod and look at the salute. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Finger guns away.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, go over to Archer and I'll follow suit on this a little bit later.
So it's just the mechanics point, right? Because I was just wondering what I can do with this. I had a plan for this minor image whilst we were whatever, you know,
Yeah.
major image, sorry, yeah, on the beach. So I just thought to myself, when I've copied them, I think the flavor has been that Archeron like puts them in his binder.
Yeah.
So in this one, but basically, I've just been reading it. When a wizard learns a spell from a scroll, he copies it into his book. It doesn't say anything about what happens to that scroll, so
The
presumably
scroll
it says
gets
copy.
destroyed.
No, that's when you use it.
No,
So
the scroll
I'm
gets
reading
destroyed when you
reading
copy
it now. Copying a spell into the book. If when you find a wizard of first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book. If it's a spell level, you can prepare and you can blah blah blah. You can spend the time to copy it. Copying that spell into your spell book involves reproducing the base form of the spell, then deciphering the unique system of notations used by the wizard who wrote it. You must practice the spell until you understand the gestures required, and then transcribe it into your spell book. And then
it says
creature level-
this is from Game Rules of Mechanics in like a forum. When a spell's copied from a scroll, the copy must succeed at you're fine. If the check succeeds, the spell is successfully copied. Whether the check succeeds or fails, the scroll is destroyed.
Where was that? Where's that
Just
from?
found out. But
This is from D&D. This is from D&D. This is from the rule book. Well, it doesn't matter. Usually, the only reason is I wanted to use it. This is why I wanted to see if I could have it in for today.
Well, I'm like 95% sure the scroll is destroyed when you use it. So
The reason I mentioned it says copying. It doesn't say like adding. It says copying.
it's if you go onto the spell scroll magic item, a wizard's. Yeah, I'm looking at the spell scroll magic item and it says what I just read.
Okay, that's a look. So I couldn't spell scroll magic item. D&D Beyond. It doesn't say anything about copying. That's just using it.
Yeah, can be copied just as spell and spellbook. When a spell is copied from the spell scroll, the copier must.
Okay.
If the check succeeds, the spell is definitely copied.
So should I even roll an Arcana every time I?
Your Arcana's high enough. I'll say it works, but this roll is destroyed.
Okay, that's fine. I just couldn't see it in the rules I was looking at there. That's fine. If it's gone, it's gone. Oh yeah. Once the spell. Oh no, once the spell's cast. Weird. Okay. Yeah. It's just. Okay. Oh. Okay. Do I copy it in there then? That's annoying. Okay.
Okay. Pete, were you gonna do something?
Yeah. As we're walking, I'm gonna rejoin the group. And as we're walking, I don't know if anyone else is doing anything in the market.
Great question. So, anyone doing anything in the market?
No, if there's not a magic shop.
Sell the plate because no one's gonna use it. So
Okay. Okay. So
That's huge.
yeah, I was gonna say, while Sidon is looking around and Archon's reading about scrolls, you sort of set up near Terry because he's the only guy I know. And can you? I'll let you pick the first check. I assume you would have like tried to like make it look presentable?
Oh, you mean the armor?
Yeah.
It's you said it was a fine piece of plate. So
Yes. Yeah. Obviously, but it's been bludgeoned and whatever. So I'll say, can you make me? This would be like retroactively. Can you make me an ability check of your choice? I'll say, like like an athletics or an investigation or a sleight of hand, something to like.
Can
fix.
I argue acrobatics?
Nope. You can't do a backflip and fix the.
You have my retroactive guidance.
You can't do a backflip and fix the arm. That's not how it works. I apologize.
Even if you rolls a
can
20,
I
can
do-
you not land like Simone Biles? Like,
No.
It's a sleight of hand.
I'll allow it. Yeah, to get out all the sort of rivets and stuff. Find the right spots.
I can do investigation, like checking it
Investigation, if you want
over,
to.
see
Yeah,
where.
yeah, one of those ones. It's
Yeah.
up to you.
Sure, then let's do investigation. Norman roll.
Oof.
11.
Okay, you have guidance casted. Call it retroactively.
And that's what?
D4.
Roll 1d4.
3?
3,
14.
so
Alright, that's not too
14.
bad. So you get out most of the bludgeon marks from when
The dents.
someone punched him. Yeah. Okay, so it's like relatively presentable. Okay, then can you make me a charisma check of some kind? I'll let you pick, but you're gonna have to flavor it in some way. Like you can do like persuasion or performance. Be like, step right up, get some plate armor. You could do
Guys.
deception. You could lie about how good it is, or you could do intimidation. Be like, buy this fucking flavor. It's up to you.
I will do intimidation.
Enhanceability.
Okay.
You know what? I'll cast enhanceability.
If you don't
on
buy
you,
it,
so
I
you have
fucking
advantage
kill
on
you.
charisma checks.
Okay. Cast is enhance your ability, so you have advantage on this.
Cool.
Oh god.
Oh,
22.
nice.
Oh god. Okay. So you successfully scare away
All the customers. You don't sell the thing.
7 children in the process. However, you do find this like rugged looking we'll say orc guy who you can tell some of his armor's recently been like dented and broken. You can see he looks to be an adventurer before he took an arrow to the knee, but he's got like a high patch.
You
Yeah.
you looking to buy some new armor? Look at this fine piece of work.
You're being intimidating, remember? You're gonna have to intimidate him into doing it.
You fucking cunt! Do you see this?
He goes like,
Buy this fucking armor.
he's like, ugh. Why did I
Try
enjoy
to
that?
punch it. I bet you that you don't dare to punch this armor.
Punch it. Do it.
He goes, I don't know why I'm into this. He says, I don't have all my money on me. I'll give you, he like thinks a second, about 700 gold.
You know what? Just for you, I think that's a fair deal.
Cool. He takes the plate armor, and you get 700 gold for a plate that's usually worth 1,500. And he walks off.
It's like I wouldn't use it. And
Yeah, that's true. Better than nothing.
so I split that with everyone.
Oh, really? You don't have to.
So I mean,
wait, so-
What with everyone, all 12
Every
of us? They're
playable
all-
Every
character.
party member. How dare you? I'm playing all of them.
So 700,
like
how many? There's 6
100
of us, right?
6.
It's 1,600. Sorry, 116 and 66.
116. Yeah. We'll say, Jack, you get 117.
Cool.
Because you did it.
What is it? 116 each.
116, yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, Drac.
Gold.
All you guys.
Platinum.
Nope. But yeah, so you managed to sell something, and that doesn't take too long because you rolled well on the check. So about the same time Sidon's done with his thing, and when Archeron realizes he can't with spells and stuff, you all gather up, and I assume make your way to the family home.
Mhm.
Cool.
As we're walking, I just want to like pull Helene to one side.
Hi.
Yesterday,
All my trouble seems so far away.
I was charged with protecting you, and I failed yesterday. And I know I had all my friends here, and they picked up the slack for it, but I can't help but think if they weren't the ones charged with your protection, I was, and I can't help but think if we stayed in Pyra and someone came and attacked you there, I don't think I could have protected you, and for that I am sorry.
It's fine. I'm safe. I'm all right. And I mean, you've charged you with protecting me, so I clear that wasn't for no reason. She knew you had people with you and knew that you do what she wanted you to do.
Yeah, but it's still weighing on me, and
Oh.
as a I wanted to say sorry, and So I brought you a gift.
You didn't have to.
It's all good. I've come into a bit of money now for the first time in my life.
It's alright, Jack just gave me the money back.
But yeah, it's just nice bracelet. I'm not sure. Just here you go.
She takes it and like puts it on her wrist and like looks at it. It's really nice. Thank you. And she like goes to give you a hug.
Yeah, I'll accept the hug.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's nice.
yeah. I'll I have a lot to think about, but I want to make sure you're safe, and I'm going to try harder.
I'm safe and I'm happy, which I think is the most important thing.
Awesome. Okay. Right, let's catch up with everyone else.
Yeah, and you will continue. Does Cass say anything before you get to the house, by the way?
Oh, when you go inside, please remember to take off your shoes. My mom will murder me
Thank
if
you.
they get sent in the house.
Okay,
And then
I have,
she will
to,
murder you.
I have to ask, is this a Witell thing?
Yes.
This is like the only place we've had to do this.
It's polite.
I mean, I
it's the
don't
polite thing
usually
to
wear
do.
my boots inside as well, so
If
I
we
don't
ever go
see
to, yes, my parents did, we'll shoes off there.
yeah,
Wow.
it's not that weird of a thing, to be fair.
It's just all the
And
houses.
Silent,
clerics.
please, before you say anything to my parents, I want you to ask Maeve if it's a good idea to say those things.
Thank you.
And Maeve, I'm sorry for giving you more responsibility.
I don't mind.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I think we all know I'm not gonna do that.
That's true.
Do we?
Okay, Maeve, you have my permission
Even
to
Nick's
stab
not.
him if he does anything foolish.
Helene says, please don't stab him.
Okay.
So is
and
it
then she like leans over to
Mr.
us,
and
Maeve.
Mrs. Ravenlight?
Just a
or-
little bit. I mean, if you cut his Achilles heel, he won't be able to walk anymore. So, you know.
Look, okay, I will be honest. I will be respectful to your parents, to the best of my ability.
Boy Scouts on it.
No, not to the
Um,
best of your ability, to the best of Maeve's ability. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so you walk up and you can see that the building, it's a 2-story yellow house this time. You can see along the walls there are engravings and patterns in this like sort of shining gold color. Above the door is like a sun-like relief. The door is slightly open, letting in. You can smell spices and herbs, with the sounds of what appears to be like a bubbling pot from the inside. Yeah,
Does it smell like curry?
it does.
Excellent. Mom, I'm home!
God. You shut that, and I assume you then walk in.
Yeah.
And the inside, for anyone who goes in, is sort of cozy and warm, with wooden furniture. You can see some old family paintings of like different like ages of Cass, as well as most of these are in like pearl-lined frames. And images of like the shoreline, things like that, and like, you know, like how in some houses they have like images of Jesus. It's like that, but with Solista.
Oh yeah, I assume there's like prayer piece like on the couch
there's a few
and
of
stuff
them.
like that.
And as you sort of walk in, you can see in the kitchen a woman turns around. You assume this to be Cass's mother. You can see, I'll just send the image in a second. You can see she's like somewhat short, a little bit stocky, with sort of straight black hair that's currently tied up behind her. She wears multiple bracelets of like pearls, as well as some around her neck. And she has a kind smile. Here's the image. You said that before I sent the image. That was
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, she
I didn't know Archon knew what that meant.
You read it in that book.
yeah. Do I have the token? I do have the token. Hold on. Place it.
Are we? I would assume, much like we did with Maeve, I could not imagine turning up with 12 fucking strangers.
Well, I'll say for the sake of ease, all the NPCs other than Helene will stay outside, so it just cuts it down from.
Well, still, you'd want. So I've got a group of people outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cass, you see your mother says, "Oh, hello, dear. I wasn't. I guess I was expecting you home. How are you?"
I'm going to walk up to her and give her a big hug. I missed you.
She hugs you back. I missed you as well. Is everything all right?
Yes. I brought presents, and I'm going to unravel the two I've been to the Feywild t-shirts I bought. One for my mom, one for my dad.
I see. I don't know if this will fit, but I'll certainly try it on. She folds them up. Your father's currently down at the beach, getting some pearls. I think with Fenric and Roger. If you wanted to see him, please sit down. I'm making some food if you have time. Oh, I assume.
Yeah. I brought a few friends. But I already told you that in the letter.
Oh, of course. I was wondering where they were. Are they coming in?
Yeah. And don't forget to put out your shoes.
Put on my shoes. Sure.
Put off.
Take off.
Take
Never
off,
mind.
I think she means.
But then
Maeve
I
is going to
assume...
prepare to cast Wall of Fire if she sees Sardan walking in with fucking shoes on.
I assume you will walk in.
Yeah.
It will be the 5 of you plus Helene. I don't have a map, doesn't matter. But yeah, all of you walk in, and you will see the woman I described, and smell the smell of curry, and see the inside of the house. Oh, well, it is good. Nice to see you all. I am Murray. I'm Castal's mother.
Hello, I'm Archer. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Look like a strapping young lad.
You'd be wrong.
Oh.
No, I do have proficiency in athletics. It's nice of you to notice.
Wow, do not flirt with Cass's mom. Jesus fucking Christ. Maeve's gonna be very, overly polite, hold out a hand to shake a hand and introduce herself as...
She, shakes her hand by putting both of her hands, on yours.
yeah. She'll just be like, Maeve, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, really. Wow, there's quite a few of you, isn't there?
Drac is gonna take her hand, in a firm handshake, and I'm Drac, very nice to meet you.
Wow, you're very tall.
Oh, yeah.
So,
People usually say that.
So, I'm a son.
Siren, of course. Not of course. I didn't mean to say. Well, I guess. Slab's not here. Slab's feeding the fishes.
It's in the market.
And then Helene will introduce herself as well. Oh well, nice to see you all. There's some food on Cass. If you wouldn't mind checking the pot.
Yeah.
It'll be ready soon. I one moment, and she totters off upstairs for a minute. Is there anything you guys are doing?
Oh crap, guys, be ready. This is the. Well, she didn't do the mild version like I asked her to. She did the spicy one.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Let me have a taste.
It's not ready. Get away.
Oh.
Not ready yet.
Sorry. Did Sidon just go to eat someone's food that wasn't put out in front of him? Has he still got his ring on? Because I feel like that's...
Oh god, I forgot about
Oh right.
I think he took it off.
I think he realized it. I think I said it in some sense that he
Can you please have Cass's mum be one of those parents that takes off their sandal and slaps him around the head with it? Please.
She's got a wooden spoon.
We are civilized people.
Mexican
We use belts.
No wooden spoon, but she's upstairs right now. So.
I wouldn't have done that if she hadn't gone upstairs.
That's even worse!
I can't believe you.
You might as well just fucking shit in the curry at this point.
Don't do that.
What?
Jesus Christ! Oh
Hey,
my
babe.
God.
I have this light crossbow here. Do you...
Wait, are you gonna say that and then say you're a reasonable person and then?
Rocape, dude.
Can
Yeah.
I know
This
that
is fireball. I'm a
darkness
reasonable person.
I know that darkness is 60 feet. Can I? Yeah, can I make like a miniature orb of
I will
darkness?
say no because that's not blindness.
Oh, okay.
Can I use my
And you don't.
what
I don't know
was
if
it,
I'd
warding
want.
flare to slightly blind silent?
God, I mean, you can, but that feels really.
What?
mean.
Why? I only asked for a taste of the curry. I didn't even
You
aim.
said,
I didn't
"Let me have a
even-
taste," and then went for the curry. Like,
No. I asked for a taste of the curry and went into the kitchen.
I think the implication was he went for like a spoon or something, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna just stick my hand into a hot steaming pole.
I mean,
bowl of
that
curry.
would probably burn your hand.
they both
Not
reached
from
for the gun.
Not from this place. But yeah, after.
No snooping, please.
Listen, if you guys want to snoop, you can. I don't have anything written for the house. So, sort of a moment or two later, you hear somebody shuffling from upstairs. Cass's mother comes back down, and you see, she sort of looks around to all of you. Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading my notes as I'm trying to make sounds and it's not working.
Make sounds.
With my mouth. You see,
making mouth sounds.
Yeah, you see, she comes back down with sort of individual pearls.
Not the photo album.
No. That'd be funny, though.
no!
She comes down with like individual pearls that are like 2 inches in diameter, so relatively like large for a pearl. But they're like of varying colors, and you can see there's like a hole through them if you want to like thread them on a necklace or something like that. And she says, "Oh well, I'm sure Cass has told you I help sort of make like pearl necklaces and jewelry and things like that. And I just thought that this might be nice." And she hands each of you a pearl that like vaguely matches your character's color and theme, things like that. You guys can just decide however you want that to be, but like in the relatively snap judgment of her meeting you all, she accurately has figured out you're like, obviously you can see like the color scheme and stuff, but actually figured out what you like do, things like that, not to like a weird level, but just like quickly sort of like incited it, looked at you. So like for Artron, it could be like a sort of a faded red color with like maybe like text or something, like almost like the One Ring text around it in a certain color. For Maeve, it could be like like purple with like black and white spiral, things like that. But she says, yes, I just thought it could be nice. And she hands each to them. If you want them on a chain, I think Fenric could do that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
Hey,
you
Mom.
so much.
Quite all right. Yes.
Maeve is interested in getting some pearl jewelry. Could you take her to see the wares later?
I could. I just have the smaller bits of it. If you wanted to get proper like jewelry, I have some of it. Fenric might be able to give you a better selection. She like looks at Cass. We sort of had him do a lot of it. Now it's it's a lot of work, and I just like making it rather than selling it. But you see, she hands Helene sort of a cyan blue pearl with like white speckles throughout it. And you see, as Helene takes it, she like sort of rolls it in her hand, like looks at it. You can see the pearl begins to shine a bright, like that's the white speckles in the pearl begin to shine like a bright, like brilliant gold color.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yes. And Sidon, you as this happens, you begin to like feel your palms begin to like itch as the lines in your palms match the golden energy of the pearl. And you see Marie takes like a half step back and says, "Oh my, Castal, this is wow, you," and she like points to Helene and Sidon specifically. And then like thinks a second and recalls something. She says, the Lady of Light will glow like the sun, yet like the moon she reflects. By her side stands a warrior whose hands will bathe the land in gold. And she like looks confused and amazed. And as she
also look confused and amazed.
And as she says this, you see Helene stumbles back slightly, sort of like probably back slightly into Sidon. She like clutching the pearl in one of her hands and like forcing her eyes shut. And anyone looking at her face, you can see down her eyes, sort of like she's crying, like tears of gold. As she mutters something in Celestial. I think a few of you can speak Celestial. Yeah, I think at least 3 or 4 of you. Yeah. Yes, Helene mutters, I know, my lady. The sun must meet the moon. We must be together. I must stand behind with you as our spear. And she says that and then sort of stands up slightly.
Sorry, broke. You cut out a little bit, yeah. Well, at least for me, you did.
I'll repeat it anyway. She says, I know, yes, my lady. The sun must meet the moon. We need to be together. I must stand behind with you as our spear. And she sort of regains herself as her eyes momentarily glow gold when she opens them before going back to normal.
So what just happened?
As she looks around, and everyone, I assume, is very confused in the room.
Yes.
I'll send the thing in a sec, James. As Helene sort of like looks around, like at everyone with this not vacant expression, this concerned, overwhelmed, maybe is the best word. As she says, we should. I'm going to step outside for a moment. I need some air. And she just pushes past you guys and sits outside.
My palms still glowing?
Your palms sort of begin to fade back to normal now. Here it is.
I send porridge after her to keep an eye on her.
She doesn't go far. She just goes. She just like goes to sit by like the wall on the outside of the building, just like breathing. You see the other NPCs are just like sort of like looking confused, like I don't know. Keep talking. Yeah,
you know, just for once, I had hoped for a normal, simple day where I can relax, eat some curry, you know, just. Oh my god.
Marie says, did I do something wrong? I don't know what I was repeating what Father Oriel in the temple spoke a number of weeks ago. It reminded me of what he said, and he said it was a sign directly from Solista herself.
Being as familiar as I am with jewelry and enchanted jewelry, can I take a look at Sidon's pearl to see like what it was meant to do?
Well, Helene's pearl was the one that went
Oh, Helene, sorry.
weird, but hers. You can ask Marie. I mean, Helene kept it with her, but you can ask Marie, and she just says it was just a regular pearl that I had colored and added some like fancy elements to it. It wasn't magical in any way.
Oh dear.
Is that an oh dear?
Is that a bad or a good oh dear?
It's a deer.
I'm a little bit confused. What?
Yeah, what just happened?
I don't. I'm.
I don't know.
This Father, what?
Oriel.
Father Oriel. Did he? Does he normally give out prophecies like that, or?
Well, he's very knowledgeable, and he's a light bearer, so he's one of the higher ups on Solstice's worships, and he's very knowledgeable, and he can see a lot of things, so it's not unheard of that he could give prophecy.
He also really enjoys making light-themed puns.
Why have you written that? Why have you said that?
For example, don't take things too lightly unless it's a torch.
Oh god.
Cass, I think that was you who likes making light puns, dear.
Yeah, I just hope that someone would say a light-themed pun.
Oriel's not much for puns. He's very stern, if not a bit distant sometimes. But I mean, he's likely at the temple. He might want to speak to you at some point, especially after that.
Well, do you know? Do you know what he meant when? I think we read a prophecy not too long ago about the sun meeting the moon, who we believed was Helene. But what did you mean by her side a warrior whose hands bathed the land in gold?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him. It came to my mind when that happened, and that's what he said.
Back in the dungeon where we were fighting those statues, weren't your hands glowing?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, that's like my new powers now. When I activate my key, I sort of glow-ish. It's not enough to make light yet, but yeah, it's kind of my thing now. But I didn't think. I thought I was just a protector. I thought I didn't need. I didn't think. I'm not an important person.
Marie says,
clearly
not,
you are.
No, Marie says, that's not sure everyone's important. Clearly there's something more to this.
Huh.
Well, at least I have an excuse to go to the temple. Yay!
Like you need an excuse to go there.
Well,
You could have just
you're
said,
probably
I want
right
to go
with
to
that.
the temple, and we would have said, okay, fine.
Okay, have fun.
hey, I mean, if he didn't risk burning the curry that I'm preparing right now, I would probably go right now and like demand answers because I'm very confused.
Marie says, well, if I can put it on a lower heat, we can wait. I feel like that's important, personally.
Slow cook it for 2
Yeah,
days.
exactly. I can slow it. I mean, curry can be done quickly, or it can take a lot of time. We can just make it better, and you can have some
I feel
other
like
time.
if you want to make a good curry, you gotta like give it a good couple hours.
Yes. Well, it's been a decent amount of time.
Not boil, but you know.
I was making it
Okay,
for...
let's make it a vote. Who wants to eat lunch now and then go to the temple? Hands up.
I raise my hand.
Who raised their hand in person?
For the first time ever, Sidon did not raise his hand for food.
Wow. Son just had fucking chicken. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and
But
those
he's also,
for
like, got
going
his
to the temple
lunch
now
out.
and eating later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archeron.
Sorry, I'm really tired. I completely disassociated there. What was the question?
Do you want to go to the
now,
temple
or-
now or eat now?
If it's all the same, I'm not a lover of course. You don't need to worry about feeding me. I'll sort myself out later. So yes, thank you though.
Didn't answer the question.
Yeah, it's not if you
won't
want to
be
eat,
eating
it's
here, so-
if you wanted to go to the temple now where the guy is who
I
told
mean,
the prophecy.
I don't want to. I'm not. It doesn't matter to me. If the majority want to leave now, that's fine.
You're the deciding vote.
Oh, well, as I say,
No, he isn't. It was 1 for eat now and 2 for going.
yes, I
Well,
would say I'm
thought
not going to
Cas
eat the
wanted to
curry,
eat now.
so I'm not hungry at the moment. I end up eating my entire own foot earlier, so
Then
I
we
put
go
it
to
in
the
my mouth.
temple. It's easy
Yeah.
as that.
And as we begin to go out, I think someone with high perception might notice a portrait of Cass doing the the Russian mafia squad.
Oh, the Slav squad, yeah.
Yeah, in a sailor outfit with like a long skirt and a hat on and gloves.
What type of hat?
Tyrano,
Hat,
help
of
me here. I don't
course.
know what type of hat that is. I'm just going to post the image I have as reference in the Discord.
So, it's
There we go.
Fucking image.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, as you as you walk out, you can see that sort of a few of the other NPCs are like just chatting, and you see Helene is sort of sitting on like the small half wall, sort of at the front of the house. You can see she's like looking down the ground and swinging her feet slightly, sort of clutching the pearl in her hand. It's still very slightly shining yellow.
Hey, are you okay?
She looks up, and you can see she is like, there's like tears in her eyes. She's crying a little bit. And she says, I'm scared. Sudden, I'm scared.
Don't worry. Here's the thing, prophecy or not, I'm going to protect you. And if you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to become the sun that meets the moon, if you want to live your life, I'll support it. 100%.
You see Helene like shakes her head like rapidly. Yeah, you don't understand. She spoke to me. Silence Solista spoke to me when Marie said those words. I heard it all. I remember it all. I'm scared. I know what happened.
You do?
She like shakes her head. One of the knights, like the ones that attacked us, they came in. They said they needed help. So, I was a light bearer, like Father Aurel, like I was high up of her temple, and I went to offer guidance. Then when I moved to grab my book, she like winces. That's when it happened.
Do you know what happened to the person who attacked you? Who hurt you?
He shakes his head. I don't. Solicitor said that if I was to have been significantly hurt after that, any time, I would have spread frost everywhere, freezing desert and everyone around in the process. That's what the Knights wanted to do.
Your microphone's cutting. I don't know if that's just me.
Is it?
Yeah,
It sounds like you're sitting far away.
Yeah,
I think it's just him speaking really softly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that.
I can still hear
I
it.
can
It just
understand
sounds like
it's like a bit muffled, a bit.
Yeah, I'm just speaking
Yeah.
really softly because she says, if I had to have been significantly hurt, I would have spread frost everywhere, freezing the desert and everyone around in the process. That's what the Knights wanted to do. They wanted to eliminate the warmth and eliminate me.
Is that why there's like a seal on it?
I think maybe that's what Archeron might have partially taken out. I don't know.
I see. What else did Celesta say? Did she say anything else to you?
I don't. She's like thinking. Celeste, no, Neve. Neve said I should go to the nearest Temple of Light. There, I don't know. Apparently, no. I should be ready for what I'm destined to do. I don't know if I know what that means, but she said that she can say any more at the time, but said we should have at least one more evening as things are, and we should enjoy ourselves while we can.
Okay.
Well,
we were about to go to the temple now, but if you're not ready to do that, we can wait a little while.
I think that would be best. Maybe spend a night somewhere, maybe at the cabana. I think they have fruit there, and it sounded nice. Maybe I think I need my feet in water.
Yeah. That sounds great. That sounds lovely.
And she just like sits there for a minute.
I don't know if everyone sort of was getting ready to go to it and sort of just left us to talk, but depending where everyone is, Sana will just shout, "Guys, change of plan. We're not going to the temple yet. We're going to the cabana. We're going to enjoy a night."
just
That's
the
Alex
one.
in the background.
Wouldn't you rather eat lunch first?
They have
I
food.
think-
They have food there.
I think the cabana might be a little bit more catch-all, if you know what I mean. Like I'm open to eating your curry, but let's be honest, Archeron won't eat the curry, and like even if I ate the
my mom's curry.
and
She
even
made
if I
especially
ate the
for all of
curry,
us.
chances are it's going to explode my mouth off. So, I think the cabana is probably best for everyone. So, and I think.
Okay, if you're set on this, then you're going to be the one that goes into the house and tells my mom nobody wants to eat the curry.
All right, you trusted me to go into your house alone to tell your
No,
mom?
actually, no, never mind. I'm going
Yeah.
to cast Ball of Fire to stop you
Don't
from
do
no,
that.
just kidding.
Helene says-
Yeah. See, that was your fault.
Helene does look at this. I can mention it. I don't mind.
Nah, I was just joking. I'll I'll go back and eat curry with my mom. Does anyone else want to, or do you prefer the cabana?
Hey,
I don't wanna try
Peru,
the
for
cu-
my,
I kinda
Peru,
wanna
for
try
my
the
sake,
curry,
can if you guys are going to the cabana, can everyone go there just for the sake of ease, please?
It's party time at the cabana.
Yeah.
Party time with a prerequisite because you have to have tonight because tomorrow's gonna be fucking miserable. Cast a bit of a
Apparently.
tail over.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, I think your exact words is having a
Listen.
nice time whilst you can.
Yeah, it might have been the implication, but it's not what I. It's about the
It
implication.
doesn't really put me, James, in a party mood.
Puts me in a party mood. Let's go. Cabana.
Because of the implication, okay?
Yeah. Okay. We'll just have curry for dinner. It's fine.
Sure.
Nah, we're going to- Let's go.
So, whether you want to or not, I guess, you guys head over to the White Pearl Cabana. We will probably end relatively soon. Probably within the next 20 minutes or so. You head down. You do go past the temple, which I won't describe now because I can't be bothered.
As we go, you don't have to describe the temple, but as we go past, is there any feeling in my hands or
There's no feeling in your
Helene?
fingers,
Okay.
no feeling in your toes.
Yeah.
Helene does like stay sort of away from it for the moment, just like not wanting to look. But there's no like specific feeling. But you head over, and some of you might recognize this map when I changed to it because it was the best map for the occasion. The cabana is like a collection of stools and like adobe buildings and like a small dock. Sits right near the water's edge. And I have written down here, I don't know why I wrote it like this. It's a perfect place for a romantic evening or a party. And then looking down, you can see, or both. Looking down, you can see a few people of note, I guess.
Persons of interest.
Is this the inn as well? Because you mentioned an inn, but I don't think it was
Yeah,
called
so there's a bunch of you see these like, so they're sort of slightly off the side of the map, like here. These are all like smaller buildings that you can like rent out for nights to stay.
Okay.
Which this is like the inn, yeah. So down there you can see a few people, who I will explain to those who would recognize them. You guys coming in from like this.
I
like,
assume
this
I assume it's the people that are actual tokens.
Yes. So
Where are we coming
Cass,
from? Sorry,
so
down here.
there's this wooden dock area.
Oh.
Sorry, the wooden like stairs down. So Cass, you would recognize the older man sitting here is Roger Moira, spelled Moyra, by the way. He is sort of an elder-looking man, wearing like a pink shirt with palm trees, very much a Hawaiian shirt, and you can see he's currently like reading like a leather-bound notebook or a journal of some sort. This is what he looks like. He's great. You see,
Cheery old man.
yeah, you see over here is Fenric Moira, Roger's son. He's currently sitting in the shade, threading what looks to be some pearls through some twine. He's muttering like simple things under his breath while this person's looking at him. He is the artificer that was mentioned. This is what he looks like.
Woo! Let's go, artificers!
And
Uncle
then,
Fenric, I'm back.
and then by the side, by sort of like in feet partially in the water, moving some nets and stuff, you can see Cass. You recognize your father, Robert, who is currently like reeling in something from the water. And then the last person who you see is someone
Is
that
that who I think it is?
is all but one of you recognize. I think one of you. As Kaelin, who is talking to Fenric.
Hey!
I have a new image for him because the old one was
the new
kinda shit.
image. Yeah.
There you go. You can see he's got the raven-colored hair, the bright blue eyes, and the blue shirt. He's currently talking to Fenric about something.
Question about Fenric's artificer style. Is he a jewel crafting artificer?
Yes. And also, Pete, he's a shifter. um,
This is actually Aeon's brother. This is where he went.
yeah.
Oh my god!
Fuck! He went to my campaign. I talked to James. He said it was fine with it.
Kill him quick!
Hey, what the worst thing is? We won't get plane shift until I think level 15 or 16.
It's spell Dream of the Blue Veil, which is the only spell that can change someone's realm.
I do have banishment ready.
That's not how that works.
No, it does. Banishment will send you back to your home plane.
Yeah, home plane, not home universe.
Okay, fair enough.
A little bit above my pay grade, dude. Sorry.
You see these people. Kalen hasn't. You see as you're walking down, the ear like moves slightly, and he turns up and says, "Well, finally, I was wondering when you guys would actually show up. I say that I've been here for like." Looks at
2 hours.
Looks at the sun. I've been here for like 3 hours. Yeah.
Does he look directly at the sun?
No, he just like looks up. And for for Cass, who has never met Kalen before, he is this like somewhat tall half elf with sort of the raven hair, blue eyes. He has like a sheathed rapier to one side. And he looks a bit tired, like he's been traveling for the last 2 weeks, because he has been. You can tell he's like recently shaved off the beard that was growing.
Is he half elf?
Yeah, he is half elf.
I was going to say, right? Full elves can't grow beards.
But yeah, what are you guys doing?
Dad, I'm back.
You see, Robert, your father, like turns around and says, "Oh, Cass," and like sort of puts down what he's doing and goes up and gives you a big hug. He's drenched in smells of pearls and fish and sea.
No, you're stank.
He keeps hugging you.
This is my life now.
I hold out a hand to Kaelin. Kaelin, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah, I think Maeve would immediately like head over to Caitlin.
He says, "You all look a bit worse for wear." Well, no, you don't. You actually look like you've had a nice day. How are you?
It's not been too bad. We ain't too bad. How's things been in Ferelda before coming down here?
Well, I do have a bit of a story, but I don't know if you want to hear it now.
I mean, do we have time? We have time, right?
I mean,
Kaelin's story? Kaelin's story.
Okay.
Everyone get comfy.
Okay, he gets his dream journal out, puts on his glasses.
I find some pillows to sit on and put on my shades of coolness.
Which you do have, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. He says, he does introduce himself to Cass and Layla and Nix.
And Helene.
And Helene. Yeah. He's met everyone else. But yeah. He says, well...
Actually, does he recognize Cassian now that he's human? Did he see him when he was human?
No, Cassian wears...
We saw him in his disguise.
All the time.
Oh, that was it.
And like, he doesn't look that different. Like, you can still be able to tell it's the same person. But yeah, he says, well, after the business in the Moorlands, I'm reading the notes I have for him, not what he says. Hold on. Well, yeah. So after we got back from the Moorlands, I went. So when you guys were, I don't know, fucking.
We went to the Feywild.
We went to the Feywild. Great, that's cool. He says I went back to the basement where we fought the cultist.
Oh yeah.
Where the rooms were. Portal.
Did you have to climb down a?
No, because when I got there, I found out that it had been cleaned up and emptied of any trace.
Oh.
But I found a note in the hand of one of the cultists, speaking of a meeting place in Paleshore. And I went there. a few days after, and there was only 2 people there who tried to attack me, but they were quickly just like a thing was like dealt with.
So were there only 2 people, or just 2 people that attacked you?
There were only 2 of them in the room. I don't know if there were more of them, but one of them had the mark of the Crimson Hand, and the other one had the emblem of the Glass Hands, which run business in Aramor. They sort of own Aramor in Itheraldar. He doesn't say this, but Mafia style, picture that. He says, I was relaxing after that, while deciding what to do. And then I got a message. I was deciding whether to go to Aramor, and then that's when I got your message, points to Archer, I think you sent him the message, about you guys, and I was like, well, I don't really want to go there on my own, so I better, be friends. So I'm here now. What else happened? Yeah, that's like sort of the extent of his story for that. Is there anything you want to ask him more specifically? Because I have a bit more information about things, but he wouldn't just mention all of it.
Yeah. So you fought. So the Crimson Hand, those cultists we fought.
Yes.
They look like they're working with some big shots
they were
up
in
in
league
Aramor.
with the Glass Hands. I don't know if that was just that person, but it
I have a bit of a question. I don't know if you know the answer, but their naming conventions are very similar.
Yeah, I know. The DM realized that afterwards.
Oh, okay. So they're not like.
It wasn't
not like
meant to be linked whatsoever.
Okay.
I just realized they were the same.
Okay. So it's not like the Crimson Hands or a shadow.
No, I really
of the glass.
because I wrote the Glass Hands ages ago,
Yeah.
and then I wrote the Crimson Hand closer to the start of the campaign, and I completely forgot. And then I realized, oh shit, they're like the same name. I mean, maybe they could be linked. I have no knowledge of that.
Fair enough. And when you say that basement was cleaned up of everything, like just someone, it looks like it's been fully just.
Well, the last thing in there was a table with the note.
Oh.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
But that was the last thing that was in there.
Has there been any more vampire sightings up in Nifrelda?
He shakes his head. No. After the Moorlands. I've not heard about any.
To be fair, we did kill the
Yeah,
we killed the main one. Yeah.
Vampires.
Oh. Well, that's good.
I was about to say in character, we killed Cassian, but I don't know if we ever
didn't.
revealed it.
To your knowledge, he didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that close to my chest then.
Oh my god, sudden thought.
Well, I will. I will actually ask. 'Cause I know Cass has a high passive insight. I think she's
18.
the only one with a decent one. I think Silence is 13, which is the next.
Mine's 13, which is.
So I think, other than NPCs who have varying, Cass, you would notice that as I think it was Drac who mentioned, or Sidon who mentioned, you guys took out the vampire leader. He does. His eyes do glance to Cassian for like half a second. And he like raises an eyebrow, but then looks back.
Here's a little bit of interesting
bit of information.
Remember when we were in the Moorlands and you could talk to those ghosts?
I do remember that. I think that's why I'm here. Looks to Maeve.
Yeah. I'll look to Maeve. Do you want to tell him, or?
I was waiting for the right time, when there weren't so many people around.
Oh.
I was gonna say Helene would like walk to the ocean side, and I'll say Alex and yeah, we'll say this happens. They all sort of go over there, so it's like, and like you can speak quietly if you like want to.
It's more Aeld's brother in the corner. She'd like walk over.
Not
to
Aeld's
that's what
brother.
Okay. Yeah, it's not Ed's brother. I realized it. I was like, I'm just gonna lean into it.
It's cool if Nyx and Sidon and Cass and everyone are there,
Yeah.
Drac and Archer and everyone, the group.
The boss.
The boys.
She just
Mostly.
didn't want random people to be like, huh? Yes, we travelled to the fucking, what was the ruins called? Morsallen?
Morsallen,
I did remember. I said it right at the last second. I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah.
We went to Morsallen, which I'm not sure if you're
I've heard of it.
Well, there was lots of spirits, almost. And when I tried to speak with them, they sort of dissolved into puddles of like mist, almost. Sidon here, as per usual, likes to just jump in.
I'm sure that's true. I wouldn't know.
I was right to do so. I
you
thought
remember
that
the
through.
door, though?
I wasn't there for the door. Sarah,
We definitely spoke about it in front of
definitely
you.
mentioned it. But
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Anyway, we went to a place. I believe it was just called the Grey.
Mhm.
And we met. Oh my god, what was her name? Why am I so bad with this?
Grey.
Yeah, but Grey had a different name. Grey was somebody else.
I can tell you, I have it.
Please.
Noctura.
Look.
Say again?
Noctura.
Noctura.
Yeah.
There you go. Who mentioned that the reason that I can see spirits is because I was somehow touched by the Grey. I wondered if maybe that was why you could also see the spirits in the moorlands.
He says, as you're talking, he is anyone who's like looking at him, which I assume is most of you, can read his expression is anxious is the wrong word. He a bit nervous, maybe. Not in like a I'm gonna kill you way, but like a
I didn't know this way?
not in I didn't know this way. In like a I think I might know the reason I can, but I don't know if I want to say it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think Maeve would probably pick up on that.
I'm not
And
gonna
just-
have him roll because he'll tell you
yeah.
either way. But
And just say, like, listen, I know how difficult it is to tell people things, especially when you hold your cards so close to your chest. But it took a lot for me to ask for help from everyone, and I want to offer the same to you if you're willing to share. I can make a persuasion check
it's fine.
if needs
He
be.
trusts you guys enough. He looks to you and he like smirks slightly and says, "Okay, well, I don't mind, but everyone's gonna have to become chill with things very quickly."
Trust me,
I don't like being cold.
I don't
Chill
think
with
that will be a
what?
problem.
You have to find out. Well, he like thinks the best way to approach the conversation. Now that everything's wrapped up with the Crimson Hand, I think, and that the vampire problem has been dealt with, thanks. I guess can say it now. He's like, he pauses as he says that to like gauge reactions.
I imagine we're all just waiting with bated breath, like.
He says, "Well, before we met, I may or may not have been a member of the Crimson Hand."
That tracks. That makes sense.
Okay, I'm following, I think.
Yeah.
He gives thumbs up, but I tried
But you're
to
not
leave.
anymore, right?
Well, no, they're
Well,
all
they
gone.
don't exist anymore.
But I
Yeah, I
tried.
mean,
You're the last
like,
member
when
who would
we
work
met
with the-
you
I
weren't
tried.
with them.
I tried to leave after hearing about the vampires. However, I was imprisoned as I tried to leave, which is where I met Dahlia.
Oh, that wasn't Dahlia.
Well, I was there. Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't.
Well, it might have
I
been
met-
Dahlia at
I
first,
think-
but then it was
I
replaced.
don't know where I met the dwarf woman. So that was before we met.
Mhm.
And after a bit in that prison, not that long, someone opened the door, and to my knowledge, and I assume now, it was one of Elijah's vampire scrubs. That creature attacked, bit me, and I assume infected me. It didn't affect me very much, though. I was still fine, but it heightened my senses, and I felt a bit more battle hungry, if that makes sense. And then directly after that is when we met. I broke out.
We came crashing through the ceiling.
Yeah, I broke out, was attacking them, then you crashed up the ceiling. And then everything happened in the moorlands, stuff like that. So, my best bet is that either the link to the Crimson Hand or the whatever vampiric essence was in my blood for whatever amount of time is what allowed me to communicate with those spirits in the swamp, because I'd been to the moorlands before, but I'd never seen them or was able to speak to them. I'd only seen them briefly and was never able to speak with them properly.
This is a question for you, not as Maeve, as me. If it was linked to the vampire thing, Cassian would have been able to also communicate with them.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think he wasn't there in the
pulling
monologue, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
there
he-
was the ghost in his
in
house.
his house.
Oh, yeah, but they were different ghosts, because the ghosts in the Moorlands we all could see, but only you and him could talk to them.
I'm
Different ghosts.
I'm not entirely sure.
They were more
part
like
of
an interesting way I could describe it is the ones in the Moorlands were kind of like shades. The ones you interact with are more like echoes of a past life
Yeah.
of someone's like existence.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
When you were a part of the Crimson Hand, how did that come about? Were you sort of born into it, or?
I wasn't born into it. Let me look at my NPC notes so I can make sure I get the right thing before I make up information.
It's definitely not a gem dragon.
Well, I grew up not in Crown Top, and I'm in the best of circumstances, and I needed money, and I was quiet and good at finding things, so that's sort of what led me to them. I wasn't forced into it. I wasn't born into it. It was a choice. I don't think I regret it because I didn't hurt people. I just found information for them.
So sorry.
Sorry.
Again, another question for you from me.
Hello.
In the first, like one-to-one thing that I did as Maeve, Elijah and the other guy who's Liam, they were a part of the Crimson Hand, right?
They were.
And Okay. So Cassian was in this. I'm just trying to piece it all together. Cassian was in the street, and he attacked them. Now the Crimson Hand at that point were just criminals. But it was Elijah and Liam. They were together in the street.
They were together. Yeah.
And he attacked one of them. But it turns out there was two of them, and that's why he was overwhelmed, and that's why the claws came out.
Yeah.
But they were just so the Crimson Hand were just like regular criminals, and then when Elijah was turned, they started spreading the vampire thing, right? That's when it switched.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Crimson Hand themselves, before all the vampire stuff, they were just criminals. So
they were like organized criminals.
Okay, so right. Okay,
Like
so I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, so it's like it's not necessarily like you said, he wasn't killing people. He was just getting information. So he was kind of like a spy.
Yeah.
So he didn't have anything to do with like Elijah's weird fucking vampire.
No, that's why he was imprisoned. Because
that's why he wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave, and they didn't.
Tried to leave.
Yeah, and then they imprisoned him. So I do have a question for him. So when we first met, and you told us that you were investigating the Crimson Hand, and you were like some sort of private investigator, that was just a lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie about it now. Stretching the truth a little bit, but
you had just met us.
I just met you, and I didn't want a knife in my back.
So
you were clearly killing them.
I didn't like
understood.
them. I didn't like them, so it's not like I was, hiding something to stab you in the back. I didn't want anything to do with it.
A question that you may not have an answer to. When we went to, I think he was with us at this point. When we went underground to face Elijah, there was that woman there.
Yes.
Do you have any idea who she is? Has she always been a part of the Crimson Hand, or was it just after the vampire stuff?
Well, I have to look at my notes.
Because she seemed interested in Cassian, but I don't know if that's just because he was a vampire.
I think so. I had this idea. I thought maybe that she was the reason they called themselves Crimson Hand, and then when Elijah got the vampire power, then she became more interested in the more culty type of stuff.
Not Cassian, sorry. Kalen will corroborate what you just said. Will say, I didn't know it was a devil, or her specifically.
Oh, devil. Sorry.
I knew that there was something, and I knew that much of the writings from the cultists was in Infernal, which is the language of the Hells. I maybe had assumptions, but I didn't know particularly.
When we found that gate, and I dispelled it.
Which gate?
In underground, where we...
Oh, yes.
Do you know what that was? And was that set up before Elijah?
I think it was... I've never been down there, specifically. I've never been in the room specifically. I think it was a portal to get to somewhere. I wasn't entirely sure what. That's why I went back down to investigate, but it was gone.
See, now, what I'm concerned about is that you're going to have a very angry devil after you killed or disposed of all of the Crimson Hand.
I don't think she cares about that, I'm going to be honest. I think
she's lost a bargaining chip, to be fair. We kind of dealt with everything. And I've always said that I bet she's afraid of us. I've been saying that since day one. She
Sudden. You keep saying that.
Yeah. But I do have another question. Do you still feel that vampiric essence, or
he shakes his head? Since after defeating those
about a week ago.
About a week? No, it was longer than that. After defeating the cultists, sometime after, I did have this strange feeling, like that strange unknown hunger had subsided, and
you're welcome.
after I did a few tests, it seemed that the vampiric nature was gone, and looking at it now, seems to have vanished from Cassian as well. He says that with a smile.
Okay. So you knew the whole time.
I didn't know the whole time. I just
Hmm.
figured it out.
Well, now
I am an
everything
investigator after all.
listen. You told us some little white lies, and we told you some little white lies. So
Hey,
let's
I
just
get
say
it. Hey, it's
we're
fine.
even, and go from there. But I do think it's interesting. The link to the Grey, and I wonder if we were to go back to the Moorlands, if you could still speak with them, because I believe it's somebody who's been touched by the Grey, and it is just sort of always there.
I wouldn't know.
goes.
And also, it's kind of long to go back to the more.
Yeah, I just walked for.
Well,
I just
maybe
walked-
we can just
I
find
just
another
went for like
shade.
I went for like 2 weeks. I've been working for like 2 weeks. I'm not well. I'm heading to
Like I
bed.
say, it
soon
doesn't
as I can.
necessarily need to be there, but if we find it again, it would be interesting to see if you, and also if Cassian would be able to communicate.
Yeah.
And she's gonna like slap a hand on his shoulder and be like, "But it's nice to know that I'm not the only one with a weird burden."
So I'm just gonna say, by the way,
With thumbs
I'm just gonna say, by the way, when you said originally, when you said he could talk to those shades and he was a bit weird and may have been dead, quote unquote, I always assumed he was a reborn the entire time.
Mhm.
But it turned out he's a Dhampir.
No.
Was he a Dhampir?
He wasn't a
Not
Dhampir,
anymore, but
No, he was a
He-
scrub.
He was using my vampiric road subclass.
Yeah, so vampire scrub.
Yeah.
a vampire. I didn't even know. I just assumed that he was just using the investigator subclass.
No.
Hmm?
There was one thing that gave it that might have given away. I think James someone might have picked up on it. When you guys were fighting the gnolls, he used one of the abilities, which is blood sense, to sense all creatures with blood around him. And I did that as like he smelled them around him.
Oh,
Which
I just genuinely, I
Yeah,
didn't
I mean,
I
that was,
didn't
it was
pick up
ages
on it.
ago. Yeah.
pick up on that. So I just assumed he was like, I assumed he was the investigator subclass for Rogue because he told us he was investigating the Crimson Knights. So
Well,
I'm just running with that.
now
the
he's a
entire
scout
time.
rogue.
Yeah.
Now he's a scout rogue.
Maeve's gonna be like, well, I was never part of the Crimson Hand, and I haven't been a vampire, so that's two options stricken from the record for me. Struck from the record? I don't know the word. So, still trying to figure it out. Fun.
Yeah.
However, what's her name?
Who are you thinking of?
No.
The lady
Noctura?
Noctura
Noctura,
did mention that my mother knows more, but that's going to be much later because I feel like we've travelled a lot recently, and I
Yeah,
do
if
just
you don't
want to-
mind. Hey, listen,
sleep.
guys. I'd love to travel with you guys. I'm not moving.
Yeah, should be.
Are you moving down here then? Are you
Nice
gonna
to
stay here
use.
for good?
No,
Take
I'm not. I'm
some
not
time
moving
off.
for the next 2 days. You want to get me out of Witell? It's gonna be a struggle. But yeah, before we end, because we will end very soon, is there anything else you want to ask him? Specifically, if not, that's completely fine.
Would you like a drink?
He like looks at you. I already got one.
Do they sell smoothies?
What were
they
you?
sell
What were you?
alcoholic
What were you talking to? Is it Fennec? What were you talking to him about? Did you
Fenric.
get Fenric? Did you get any nice jewelry or anything like that?
No, I was just curious, and I wondered where you guys were, so I was just asking around to see if you heard about any of you. We didn't.
We're quite
Motley.
no, just we stand out in a crowd, I think.
That's for sure.
Yeah, Motley crew.
Hmm.
Hey.
And then Maeve's just gonna walk away towards the alcoholic smoothie bar.
Drac is
Well,
following.
I will just ask James. Is there anything you're doing while you're staying there? If not, it's fine.
So since the conversation, so I'm bushed. I thought,
That's
oh,
fine.
I can't contribute here. Since the conversation that Helene and Sidon had, Archeron's been not like staring at his hands in horror, but realizing slightly more that not only was the potential that he could have hurt Helene, which he was very aware of.
Oh, trust James. I was nervous.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
funny.
there's that as well. He has. I mean, I didn't really engage much with Kalen when he was there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, and so I don't really have anything to ask him. But yeah, he probably wouldn't have joined the group in that part. He would have just kind of like followed Mel and Layla towards the ocean and just kind of like looked out at it.
Helena's just like splashing in the water.
Yeah.
Sidon will join in. He will start making his way over.
What happened to I don't want to go into the water? I don't want to swim. I'm in a bad mood. Grumpy.
I am grumpy and I'm not going for a swim and just dipping my toes in.
Okay.
Sidon doesn't like Sidon.
That's even worse.
Sidon found out he was special and his mood changed.
I mean, honestly, fair.
Well, yeah, but it's also fucking terrifying.
You guys, the last thing we'll say is that it does begin to get a little bit later on in the day as you guys are like talking and chatting and stuff. And we'll say, yeah, Cassian, because he's not feeling bad, but he's remembering things. Will, after asking you guys, will say to Roger, the owner, if you guys can get rent the area out for a little bit, for like the evening. And where is it? Yeah. And because Thingy's friends with Cass, it's easy enough. And you get like the all-inclusive night bundle essentially for like the evening and the night. Beth, if you can just mark off 20 gold from Cassian's thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that Cassian just paid pocket 20 gold off me.
No.
I
Meals are included, some other things are included. And the night continues on, and we will end very shortly. I just want to describe it. You see,
Free smoothie bar.
Yeah, literally. It's like, yeah, you can like get free drinks and stuff. The area.
Are we gonna have like the next episode? We're gonna like be here for a bit, or are we just gonna like?
Yeah, you'll be here for
cool.
as long as you guys want in the session.
Don't say that.
The area.
5 sessions later, we leave.
It's like the vampire fuck paddle.
Capping it at 2 hours. The area starts to darken as the moon comes out overhead and reflects light onto the ocean. You can see the white pearls on the beach begin to glow. Sort of blues, pinks, yellows, giving the space a soft lighting. You can see Alex comes out with a few other people carrying a number of platters with various food, all made
As
to
mom
your...
comes down with the curry.
All made to your like specific likings and stuff. I'll change the map and we'll end after I reveal it.
Ooh.
Which I think you guys have seen before. Some of you.
Yes.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Such a good map. How could I not?
Yeah.
And yeah, the evening is yours to make merry. You have rooms here, and can do to an extent whatever you want to do. And that is where we will pick up next time.